Howdy y'all, this is Riley, your DM, and I'm going to be doing something a little bit different tonight. Our characters are in two different places, so rather than just let one person play and another person play, I'm going to ask both of my friends here, Kayl and me, to help out by giving them a sort of a small NPC character they can ride along with, do some roleplay with, and have some fun. So today, Kayl will be playing as
Kayl and Tur, my Aasimar fighter.
And he will also be joining us as Jasper Smoothhand.
A halfling inquisitive, as in a type of rogue?
One of the rogue types, yeah.
From the Unearthed Arcanas?
That one is from the
Xanathar's Guide to Everything.
Oh, I have one. Thank you.
Alright. And I don't expect he will be doing much combat, so we won't need to worry too much about his abilities.
Alright. He's there mostly as a foil, or not as a foil, but as a ride along.
Yeah. He's going to be...
I'll review the abilities.
He's going to be part of a group that will be interacting with Tur back in the Beggar's Corner. And me will be joining me as Tur Nandoi and also Imber Saphir, a human fighter and a guard at the All-Father's War Camp. I suppose we will take it away. I'll give you guys a choice, actually. We can start off with, if you remember at the All-Father's War Camp, there were some monsters wreaking havoc right as you arrived. So we could start off with some combat there, or we could do some chatting, roleplay, interaction with other characters back with Tur and Haldheim.
So I vote the other one while I try and find my character sheet.
Alright, I'm game for a little combat.
Alright.
It's been a while since Kayl got to stretch his axe arm.
Let me send over what Imber does. He's very simple. He's a town guard for background, which means basically you have an idea about any underground things and knowledge of protocol and stuff for when problems occur. You are full of inspiring tales from your military history and love to tell them to other people. So, without further ado, let's set the scene. Kayl, you come along with your caravan full of halflings and escorted by dwarves and their strange lizard horses. And the storm has been growing worse and worse as you've continued north towards the Allfather's Hammer Camp.
Man, it was such nice weather until now. What the heck?
Well, as you say that, off in the distance above the lake, you can see, not too far from shore, a water spout of sorts. Something funneling up to the sky. Looks like water is being thrown up from the lake, feeding into the storm. And all across the beach, you see these strange monstrous animal-like creatures. The first is this tan, brownish toad. It looks like it's hopping along the ground. Its limbs sort of slow off and fall off and reform out of mud as it lands each time.
Blech.
They are hopping about, wandering, irritating people and animals alike. The next is a large, delicate blue butterfly. Wings are glassy and shiny as if made out of ice.
So, is this at all like the moonlit moth from Dark Souls? Smaller?
Much, much smaller.
Okay.
Like 2 feet tall. Still incredibly huge for
a butterfly.
But not quite on the scale of the moonlit moth.
Okay.
And this too is pestering around, bothering, attacking people and animals. At the entrance to the big sort of war camp, there are a group of guards yelling to all the kind of camp followers who are out here doing different duties, telling people to go inside, run away. One is warding off one of these big butterflies, and you can see kind of sparkling shine and shimmering dust is flicking out from the butterfly, falling down on his face. And he's desperately trying to stop it from landing on him. The other guard down here at the bottom is Imber, and you, me, are Imber. You notice this caravan is pulling up. It's got a strange group of dwarves and halflings in it. It's drawn by these odd animals, but there's some sort of attack going on, and the rules for this situation are to get everyone to safety. So what would you like to holler at them?
Where's the attack coming from?
They seem to be emanating out of the lake.
Okay, and the lake is in the opposite direction, or?
The lake is up here to the north, to the top of the screen.
Retreat! There are enemies afoot.
Alright. As the dwarves hear that, and they begin to steer their caravan into the walls. What would you like to do, Kayl?
Kayl's going to hop off the moving wagon and just dash towards the enemies.
Alright. So wagon will slide in. Kayl, you're going to dash towards.
Axe is drawn, and he's heading towards the frog first, because it looks like this guard's got the butterfly in hand.
Alright, so Imber, you just called for retreat, and this strange-looking young man just jumped off a moving caravan and ran at this frog monster. Are you going to respond, Kayl? He said, "What's wrong with you?"
Can I hear him over the gale and the attack and the fighting?
Make a perception check.
Okay. 15 plus 2, so 17.
Yeah, clear as day. The guard's voice spints out through the storm. It's like he's cut through loud noises before.
All right, Kayl will just yell back, "I'm fighting! What's it look like?"
All right. So since you're going to go into combat, you could roll initiative for me.
All right, at a -1 as per the usual.
And me, you could roll initiative for Imber if you would like. If not, you could hang back and guard the gate.
I'm at a 6.
A 6, okay. All right, Imber is ahead of you, but not too far ahead.
I do have a little bit of a head start on him, so that's not too bad.
All right. So we will go right in for it. Let's start moving my friends around. So first you see the flighty butterflies moving around. One flies over here to basically bother this horse, stinging and spreading its flickering scales all over it. This other fellow comes to double team this guard, this time landing and scraping away with its icy wings, striking at the guard, trying to hurt it as best it can, but it doesn't seem to find any purchase on the guard.
Good job, guard.
The second, however, seems to fare better, and the guard cries out as the silvery kind of scales flick into its eyes. Next, we come down to Imber. What would you like to do, Imber?
I will shoot an arrow to try and help this guard out.
All right.
Probably take a 5-foot step here so I have line of sight of this guy.
Okay.
Is that guy? And I'm going to order the guards to help that guy out.
All right. Go ahead and make your attack. That will definitely hit, so roll damage for me.
Oh, I forgot to add the +2 to hit. He's using a longbow, right?
Yep.
Which is a 1d8 plus 3. 5. He's bad.
Alrighty.
What are these guards equipped with?
They're equipped with basically the same stuff as you. Bows and swords and shields.
How fast did the butterflies move?
You saw them move up to 20 feet.
Okay. I'm gonna also fall back one.
Alright. So you cried out to the guards to assist their fellow. They're both going to come in to cover him to fall back after his brush with danger. And they are going to strike at strike at the butterflies as our friendly injured guard tries to back away. Alright, they both managed to hit.
Good team.
Good job, guys. They both managed to hit slightly poorly.
That makes all guardsmen.
But it's good enough to make our one butterfly friend here fall down to the ground, his wings broken irreparably. And as
If he were really a friend, we wouldn't be shooting him.
I don't know, sometimes you gotta shoot your friends. Alright. And as he crashes to the ground, it shatters and sprays off small, jagged bits of ice. Our one guard friend here needs to make a save and take some pretty hefty damage, being dealt a serious blow. So this guy is gone. But our guard friend is hurt, and our other icy friend is also hurt. Now we move on to Kayl. It is your turn.
All right. As Kayl was running, he's rotating his shoulder, just getting ready for a big swing.
Mm-hmm.
He's been jonesing for a fight since they've been on the road for about 2 days, and the knolls were fun. He's just he's feeling a little cabin fever, being kind of cooped up.
Psychopath.
Yeah.
He's just up for a rush.
Yeah. He's going to strike at this frog mud amalgamation.
All right.
With his handy dandy battle axe at a +7, that is an 18.
All right, that'll be a hit.
All right, battle axe with a D8. I am not using you, orange die. You are a jerk.
Oh, you should use the orange die.
Fine, I'll use the orange die.
It always helps me.
For the sake of drama, that's a 3 + 5, so 8 damage.
8
Watching
damage.
Kayl fail is not drama.
All right,
I wish I could disagree with you, but you're right.
Your axe comes down and slices deeply into the frog's body, and as you wrench it out, you leave a great big cleft within the mud, but it slowly refills and reforms out of the mud from the ground. And now it is froggy time.
Kayl's just going to mutter, I hate regenerators.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Big hops. 10, 15.
What's it doing to that horse? For those of you who can't see, the frog just hopped into this pen full of horses and is apparently riding on the rump of one of them.
Yeah, it's hopping right on the back. And they're all making a beautiful, smushy, muddy tongue attack.
Blech.
Their tongues flail out wildly, mud slings and slips around, but none of them manage to do any real damage as they batter you with their tongues. Kayl kind of manages to get his shield in the way. The guards sort of dip and dodge and get out of the way, letting it smack the wall instead. And as their tongues retract, we go back to the butterflies. You also now see 3 more butterflies rise up out of the surface of the water, sort of coalescing and freezing together as they make contact with the air. And they flap their way towards you. Yeah, that's how they'll go. This butterfly over here by the horse joins in with its froggy friend in attempting to take down the beautiful equine monster. And our butterfly friend here, steps in close to all the other guards and attacks our injured friend once again. Ooh, this is a good butterfly.
That doesn't sound good for the horse.
What? Let me just throw that die really far away. The horse is going to be alright, but the guard gets another big set of scales right in its face.
My guard.
He's pretty decently harmed. He would not like to keep being in this fight. And with that, we go down to Imber and his guard fellows.
I will shoot another arrow at the butterfly.
Alright, go ahead and roll an attack. That'll be a hit again. Your arrow goes careening through the wing. And...
Oh, that still wasn't high enough. I should have gotten another point, too. 6 damage.
6 damage, alright. With its one wing pierced by your arrow, it kind of is flapping feebly. It looks like it can barely stay afloat. You think it might go down with one more attack. Are you going to give your fellow guards any orders to attack, or stick with just the defense order?
Guard 1 and 2 retreat. Guard 3 attack and fall back.
My name's John.
All right. Guards 1 and I imagine 2 will back off.
2.
Oh. 1 and 2 are the top.
Oh, which one's the injured one?
Bottom one.
Oh, actually, the guard 1 I want to have take a hit. Let's start with guard 1 taking swing.
All right. Guard 1 swings in. And... that's going to be... just barely makes contact. Good for you, Guard 1. His sword comes hammering down, and he manages to cripple the one remaining wing, just like the last one. This butterfly falls down to the ground and shatters upon impact with the earth, sending sharp, painful shrapnel into the surrounding area. So, all our guards are pretty much fine, and our froggy friend is not that fine. Whoo!
Max damage on that ice shatter.
So, this butterfly is out of here, but all 4 of these fellows took another 4 points of piercing damage. Our injured guard is looking fairly poor for the wear now. He can probably keep taking hits, but he should get out of there. Our other 2 are still looking hale and hearty. And our frog friend is not very good. He looks like he's got a little bit left in him, still some fight, but he is not. He has a big kind of gaping spots where the shrapnel went in. He's not having a good time. And we're
okay.
Yeah, go ahead.
I want guard 3 to seal himself in the area.
Okay, he's going to back up and start closing the gate.
Guard 1, I want to have retreat back to me and draw his bow.
Okay.
And how fast did the frogs move from how it looked?
They had at least 30 feet of movement.
Oh, that's unfortunate. Actually, I want them both to engage the frog.
All right, he'll move up. Guard 2 will take a swing, and guard 3 will... Did you want him to close the gate, or just to stay back behind the gate, behind and in the area?
Ready to close.
All right, ready to close.
If he thinks the situation becomes dire enough, I want the gate closed.
Okay, so we take another swing at our frog, and he is injured, but not too badly. This guard's sword just doesn't seem to have quite the piercing power that Kayl's axe did, so he leaves only a small divot in the frog's head. But you can see that it's not refilling with... It doesn't seem to be refilling with the mud from the ground any longer. So it's definitely going down, but slowly. Now we move on to Kayl's turn.
All right. Kayl, did you say Kayl took any damage from the...
No.
Okay.
The attack was ineffective.
All right.
Shall we say the least.
All right, so Kayl's going to just wind up and take another swing at the one that he tried to injure before.
Okay.
He's kind of a one-trick pony. At least for now.
It.
That's a crit.
Oh, nice. Go ahead and roll a critical strike.
Sweet. Love the extended crit. Okay. So 2d8 orange die. I'm using you again. Don't think that this means anything. You're going with green die.
Every time. I don't believe you.
I believe it.
Orange die came through.
All
That's
right.
14 damage.
And that smushes down and cleaves in twain our muddy frogman. You cut him, slice him straight down the center. You feel a
Yeah.
slight tug of resistance right at the middle, and then he just falls apart and disperses into the mud on the ground.
So he was more of an earth elemental than a physical being. All right. I guess might want to save my extra actions for when I'm dealing with butterflies and might have to deal with ice shards.
Mm-hmm.
So Kayl will shift one so that he's lined up. Well, actually, he's in a good space to be between the frog and the guard, so he's going to stick where he is, just ready to fight.
All right. So now our froggy friends are going to come back into the fray. The one right by Kayl will blow up its kind of earthy sack and spew all this murky, gross,
Bah.
sodden, sort of muddy stuff all over you. I would like you to make a dexterity saving throw.
Okay. Oh, come on. I had a -1, too.
All right.
I have something to say after this. That's a 12.
All right,
I
you
feel
make
like this
it.
is on
Holy
you.
crow. Kayl's going to look at the muck, and he's going to look back at the enclave, at the Celestial Herald. What are they called? The campsite
The All-Father's Hammer.
Yeah, he's going to look back to the guards and the campsite for the All-Father's Hammer. He's going to yell, I'm going to need a young cleric and an old cleric.
Oh, that just sounds bad.
Yeah.
All right. Our friend over here tries to hop away, allowing these guys to make some nice little attacks. Neither of them is good enough, so they don't manage to hit him. And he is able to hop off towards the water. 25, 30. He's nearly at the water's edge, and he's desperately racing towards it.
All right.
Our last froggy friend brings down a wicked tongue assault upon our poor horse over there.
Is the horse able to defend at all? Try and kick it off?
It's got its. I mean, it can buck and move, but this frog is stuck sitting on its back, seeping into its mane and sticking to its fur. It's pretty well stuck on there. You hear a terrible whinny. You think something poor may happen soon.
All right.
And we come up to our icy butterflies again. Hearing that whinny, this butterfly over here comes down to join in with its other fellow animal friends, assaulting this poor horse. 5, 10, 15. Can't quite make it. Goes right to there. 10, 15, 20. Those two simply advance. And they had one more trick. Are they going to use that trick? Yeah.
Oh, don't tell me they use
That
self-destruct.
sounds like a good plan. No, our friend right here flaps its wings furiously and rises slightly up into the air, and all those kind of same shimmering scales that came off of it earlier fleck off of its wings, but they start to grow more and more in volume, and that big area should be covered by a circular symbol, but instead it's a square, because I forgot the button to make a circle. It's covered with these sort of dense silvery petals, making a sort of impossible to see in cloud of fog.
All right.
And let's see what happens to our horse. Okay, nothing happens to the horse.
The horse is lucky.
The horse is very lucky. It's being assaulted by 3 of these things. Now, we go back to Imber and the guards. You now have to contend with this massive cloud of scales and dust and fog and mist. Can't really see anything within it. what would you like to do?
Well, I don't think I can do anything about the frog, because I can't see through the mist. And neither can my mooks.
You could always try and do something based on where it was before the fog.
Can I just can I take a shot in the dark?
Yeah, you could take a shot at disadvantage, basically, since you're not sure exactly where it is.
Okay. Okay, so first attack.
Alright, that's a good first attack.
It's a lousy second one.
Your second attack just barely glances off the frog to the side, doesn't manage to injure it, but you can hear a surprised ribbit kind of strange croaking sound as your arrow whizzes right past it. Do you have any orders for the guards, or are you having them stay?
Shoot the frickin' frog.
Alright. I don't remember how to make it do multiple, or do the disadvantage thing. First shot would have been a crit if it was not at disadvantage. Second shot would have hit if it was not at disadvantage. They are nowhere near the incredible shot you are. Both their arrows kind of fling wide, that you can hear them dip into the water. But they tried their best. Just wasn't very good.
Best is not good enough. We need results, not whiffs.
Alright.
Oh, poor guards. Alright, now we move down to Kayl, unless there's any last moments you'd like to have the guards pull. Movement, stepping into the fog, stepping out of the fog.
I want the guards to fall back to my possession.
Alright.
Alright. Back there. That kind of squeezing in right by that wall. Now we go to Kayl.
Alright, well, Kayl's still right next to the frog, so he's going to try and take a swing. Is he at disadvantage, or is it the mist that thick?
Basically it's going to be neutral for you, because you can't see it, but it also can't see you attacking, so it can't really defend itself.
Got it. Okay. I'll take neutral.
Okay.
Neutral is, of course, the 2 instead of the 20.
It's not a great neutral. That's a 2.
Nope.
You batter uselessly at this seemingly made out of steel frog.
I really wish I was level 5 and get that extra attack.
Oh, it's handy.
Yeah. Kayl will take his second wind to try and take that extra action.
Okay, you're going to use your action surge. Go for it.
Yeah, sorry, not action surge, not second wind.
Excuse me.
Come on. That's a 9 plus 7, so that is that's 16.
Alright, that'll be a hit.
Alright, let's deal some damage. That's 7. Plus 5, so 12.
Alright. He is... Again, you dig a deep, deep gouge within this frog. You can feel that same sort of pull of tension right as you go towards the middle.
Alright.
But you don't go cleanly through. It's still there, hopping and croaking along next to you. So now we move on to our froggy frogs. This last friend hops into the ocean
And dissolves?
and it seems to dissolve and disperse, and you can't see where it is anymore. So you don't know. It's basically hidden from you right now.
Alright.
Our frog over here breathes up and belches and gets that same icky, sticky, gooey stuff going.
This
and
poor
breathes
horse.
it down onto the horse.
Why won't anyone help the horse?
Attempting to seal the horse's head within this muck. The horse manages to kick and buck and whinny itself around and away, and the mud does not land upon itself.
Is this horse for sale? This is an Uber horse.
It's still free and clear of mud, but it is in severe need of help. Now it is our butterflies. The butterflies now see that the horse is struggling and fighting with the frog, but has been unable to escape it yet. They seem to turn and flap lazily around If only you guys could directly see them. 20.
It did not leave my area, right?
Chris, the same thing as last time, where you still need to be able to see it in order to take attacks of opportunity.
Alright,
True.
This butterfly is coming towards the gate, trying to get in. It is one lone butterfly, so our injured guard feels he doesn't need to close the gate. He thinks we can handle it. There's 3 of you guys there, right to strike it down. He believes in himself. And now our butterfly friends are making attacks. So the one that is outside of the fog cannot accurately see you. It's basically taking a shot. It's saying, there was something here before, let me try it again. I'm pretty sure a 9 does not make a hit. Alright. Let's see if our other friends manage to do better.
2 9s.
Alright, how about a 12?
I'm at 18 armor class.
Alright, lucky butterflies. Or unlucky butterflies. And one last butterfly strikes at our good old guardy friend. Ugh.
Which one? The weak one that's being apparently stupid?
Yeah, the weak one that's apparently stupid. It's only one butterfly. He can handle it.
He's a moron.
This time he does manage to protect himself and defend himself against this deadly, deadly butterfly. It shimmers its scales at him and it doesn't even do anything. He's standing there proud and strong. At least until you call him an idiot, probably, on your turn.
A story for him to take home to the girlfriend or the wife or the significant other.
You should have seen me, honey. There was a butterfly and it flapped its wings at me and I didn't even get scared.
Good on you, hun.
Alright, now it's Imbear and the guards. What are we gonna do?
Can I see the flickering of mist here?
Yes, you can see it kind of billowing. You know there's something in that square. You don't know how high or where exactly it is, but there's something there for sure.
What is this guard doing?
He is hanging out by the horses, apparently.
He is the worst guard. Forget the guard 3, that guy's the worst guard.
Has he not heard the horse whinnying at all? I was going to ask, but I thought that maybe he was just...
No, I just forgot about him.
Oh.
He
was sitting there hiding on the screen.
Okay, I'm going to order all guards to shoot the butter. I'm going to start by shooting the butterfly.
Okay, go right ahead.
That butterfly's dead.
That's a crit.
That's a hit and a half. Alrighty, it is actually dead. So let's see how good our injured guard is at dodging things.
Not very good.
He's pretty good.
Oh, wait, I thought that was the damage roll. My mistake. Yeah, he is pretty good.
Yeah, he's fine. He gets hurt a little bit, but he just kind of shrugs it off. He does say, maybe I should have closed the gates, now that he thinks about it.
I'd say, you idiot, you should have closed the gate. Close the damn gate now. I'm also going to fall back another 30 feet off the map.
Okay.
And I'm going to order all the other guards to shoot the butterfly and then fall back 30 feet. And then say, whoever the idiot was that ran into the mist deserves whatever happens to him.
This guy likes the word idiot.
He's a fan of it. It's a good word. Alright.
That's because I'm surrounded by incompetence.
Both our guards managed to make a hit. Good for you, guards.
And I'm going to yell, Guard 4, what the hell are you doing?
Apparently not enough, because they only dealt 3 damage in total.
Very poor hits. But
No, not guard.
Last guard.
3.
Yeah.
Oh, guard who's been standing there while the horse gets devoured by or attempted to be devoured by
another
another.
Go help the horses.
So
moron.
Our first 2 guards look at your expert shot and do their best to copy it. Only through sheer coincidence do their arrows actually manage to intersect and bounce off each other within the butterfly, making it fall to the ground. I need you to make a dexterity saving throw for me.
I take it that they're actually listening to me.
Oh yeah, they're 100% listening.
That's a 10.
Which means that they're better than every other guard so far, so I congratulate them.
All right. You succeed on the saving throw.
All right.
I'd like you to take 3 points of slashing damage
Okay.
as the shattered bits and pieces of butterfly death come down on you.
Apparently, I was actually slightly damaged from the Knoll fight.
You would have been healed up by now.
Okay, so that 36. So when the daggers of ice slash through him, Kayl's just gonna yell, "Ball sack of misfortune! That stings!"
All the guards kind of shake their head and like, what is this kid doing?
I say that guy's the real idiot.
The last guard is like, what? Huh? What's happening? Where did all these monsters come from? What happened?
Ay.
Commander, why didn't you tell me to do something?
On duty, and there's a frog attacking the horses that you're supposed to protect.
He turns around and says, "No, Seabiscuit!"
Yes, that is Seabiscuit.
And charges immediately at the frog. Just taking a 5, 10, 15, 20. And he slashes as hard as he can.
Don't hurt the horse.
He slashes with a very moderate amount of force so as not to hit the horse.
Better.
Alright, he hits. Very nicely.
The horse?
No, he hits the froggy on top of it. We gotta see if it hits the horse. Alright, he hits the frog, but good. And it rests quite nicely right upon the horse's back, scaring the crap out of the horse. But the horse is fine.
That's good.
I mean, except for all of the injuries it's had before now.
Because the guard fell asleep on duty.
And this last bit of terror is enough to finally inspire the horse to move. Plus, the guard has now opened up that gate and let the horse see there's an escape.
Oh, gosh. This guard is not the best at his job.
20, 25, 30, 35, 40. I think that's how far horses can go. Probably further. This horse has a little bit of time having to reorganize itself. It only makes it a little bit out. This guy makes it to there. This guy is limping slowly along, and our frog is standing resolute upon him. He shall be known as the horse rider. Yes, actually.
As long as the firing doesn't include bows.
You are basically the commander of the front gate.
They're all fired. Everyone. Actually, that's a lie. Only those guys are fired.
Ember?
Yeah, only those two.
Ember's kind of a jerk, and I like it.
All right.
Actually, you know what? I'll just call him a stern manager.
Kayl, you're up.
All right, Kayl's
coming after the stern manager.
Well, unfortunately, I lost my action surge, so just Kayl's taking more pot shots at that toady.
All right, go for him.
Literal toady. That's a 13 plus 7, so that's a not natural 20.
That'll be a hit.
All right. So rolling that D. Okay, where's my...
10.
Let's give Mr. Misty Blue...
Ooh, fancy.
Chance.
New dice.
5 plus 5, so yeah, 10 damage.
You finish your way off through that slight resistance in the core, making sure the frog has finally fallen down to the ground. It kind of withers before you and melts down into the mud again.
Okay, Kayl is going to fall, now that he can hear galloping and whinnying, like scared whinnying, he's actually going to follow that sound out of the mist as his movement action. Head towards the whinnying because he also knew that there was a horse being attacked.
All right.
So 5, 10, and he's going to try. Can he take? Would it be an action to try and do a handle animal thing to try and calm the horses?
Yes, because these are dashing past you.
Okay. So I guess I can't do that, but at least now he's out of the mist, and he didn't have to take attacks of opportunity. Thank you for reminding me.
You're welcome.
All right, that fella is down. We've got only a couple butterflies and a horse-riding frog left. Speaking of our horse-riding frog,
Max damage.
He croaks and rivets again and attempts to immobilize our dear injured horse friend. Seabiscuit is in trouble.
Not Seabiscuit.
Seabiscuit is not in trouble. This is the best horse there's ever been. He has succeeded on every save I've given him, except for being mounted.
Right. Kayl has seen every single one of Seabiscuit's attempts except for the one where he was in the mist, right?
Mm-hmm.
He's going to think to himself, if I had the money, I would buy that horse.
Well, you're going to have to corral it first, because it's trying to run away.
Going to have to pull a Breath of the Wild here.
And, let's see. Nope, Seabiscuit is not the best horse in the world.
Oh no, Seabiscuit!
He attempts to run away and buck off our gross friend, but the frog stays solid.
Okay.
The frog stays on forever. And I would like you
I think this is the best horse in the world because it's the best. It literally can never throw its rider.
That's true. It's trying to throw this thing off, and it's staying on.
True.
I'd also like you to make a dex save to get out of the way of this charging horse.
Oh boy. That is a 7.
Alright. You barely manage to dodge out of the way as it comes flying by.
Because I'm guessing the horse is also trying to just get out of the way without trampling anybody.
Horse friends are just trying to get out of the way. They don't care if they trample anybody.
Fair.
And he makes it about... He made it 5, 10, 15 before. 5, 10... About there is Seabiscuit. And in defense of Seabiscuit, our guard friend here does his best to try and catch up.
I hate this guard so much.
And he leaps, attempting to mount Seabiscuit along with the horse.
Well, he's going to just stick in that mud, isn't he?
You know what? I'm going to give him advantage because of the mud.
Right.
Hey, you got the same number.
2 12s.
How tall is a horse? Approximately?
Horse, let's see. A horse at its body height depends on how big it is, but usually it's a good 6 feet. I mean, maybe a little bit less, between 5 and 6 feet.
All right.
Standing at the head is probably more like somewhere between 7 and 8 feet. I've never seen a horse that I was taller than.
All right, I will give...
Of course, I haven't seen a horse since I was maybe my mid-teens, so I might be taller than one now.
Yeah. I'll give him a D4. If he can get enough height, he can hop on this horse.
When I say taller than a horse, I mean not up to its head, but up to its back.
Crashes right into Seabiscuit's butt. Falls down on the ground.
If there are any artists who follow our little D&D podcast, we would love fan art of that.
Oh man, this guy really loves this horse, but he's messing it up something fierce. Alrighty. So yeah, he's doing that. He's doing that. So we're back to butterflies. Our butterflies menacingly flap forwards, flap, 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 out of the fog. They sort of twitch their antennae, looking around, feeling around.
Would Kayl be able to see this?
Yeah, you would be head on a swivel during a fight.
Kayl would think, wait, those things were in there with me?
No, I don't want to move the square. So that was 5, 10. Now, you guys are like 60 feet away now, all these guards. Correct?
They should be.
Okay. So, both of these monsters, again, flap their wings, kind of stirring up another sort of storm of scales, but this time it's far more directed. It points straight towards you, Kayl. And as long as this is... yeah. Nope, doesn't quite reach. So that's fine. So I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
Just all the dex saves. This is not Kayl's forte. That is a 4, and they've been getting progressively worse, too.
Alright. So... you feel the icy sting of these shimmering sort of scales, and you take 6 points of cold damage.
Down to 30. Kayl exclaims, Tiamat's tit!
And it's back to all the guards but the most stupid one.
Okay, can I try and mount this horse?
Yes. It would be probably in range for you to do that. Go ahead and make a animal handling check.
Nope.
Oh, that's
Can I have
unfortunate.
advantage because I've dealt with this horse before, or these horses?
Sure, I'll give it to you. They know you. It's a little easier to mount them up.
No, I don't think I accomplished it.
Yeah, he's too scared. You can get like a hand on the bridle, but unless you want to be dragged along with the horse, you have to let go.
Yeah, probably a bad idea.
All right. So that horse is galloping off into the wilds of the world. Hopefully it will come back. We'll find out later. As are our other friend horses. Do you have any shots or any things you'd like your other guards to do?
Fall back and fire at the butterfly. Actually, fire at the frog.
Okay.
Don't hit the horse.
One of them strikes true, manages to get a beautiful shot in on the frog.
At max damage. Nice.
And our frog is finally taken down. The menace to Seabiscuit has been defeated.
Whew.
5 points to that guard.
He is no longer fired, or at least he's on probation.
Which one? The one that I told fire and shot?
Yeah, the one that you told fire and actually listened. He got good points.
That one was never going to get fired.
Oh. It's
is it
the
just
fool and the sleeping one.
Those ones are getting fired.
Sleepy. Is the other one dopey?
He wasn't, but he is now.
The ones that are clearly bad at their jobs.
There we go. Everyone knows them. They're sleepy and dopey. They made it here after they failed at every other assignment they had.
The other ones are still just guard 1 and guard 2.
Yeah, they haven't earned their names yet. Alright, so our frog is down. We've just got
Guard 1 and guard
2
2 mean that
butterflies
you're
left.
competent. Not competent enough to get a name, but
Competent enough not to have an insulting name.
Maybe it's a good thing if you're under Invert's command. It's a good thing if you're not named, because that means that you're actually doing your job right. So you don't merit his negative attention.
All right. So we move along to Kayl. You're up. You just saw the most horrid frog monster of all time get knocked out. And this wonderful horse, Seabiscuit, is still here. What would you like to do?
Is Seabiscuit still trying to flee?
Yes.
Does Seabiscuit have anything? I guess he wouldn't be wearing a saddle, but would he happen to have reins on, or?
Yeah, he's got some of the stuff. These horses were being set up to ride out before kind of the attack happened.
Okay, Kayl's going to rush up and try and grab the reins on Seabiscuit.
You're gonna try and grab the reins on a running horse?
Yeah. He's not very good with animals. He's doing his best to try and just stop it so he can try and calm it from there.
Make a strength check?
Oh, well, that I can do. Athletics, I guess.
No, just strength.
Okay. Well, I'm still proficient in those, so it's +7 either way. Wait a minute.
Do it. Use the orange die.
Well, +7, so that's a 16.
That's a 16. All right. What did you get? A 16?
16 total.
All right, you lose this grapple contest.
Oh, shoot.
Seabiscuit rears his head and pulls and waggles his reins right out of your hands.
Okay.
He is slightly tripped up and slowed. He's still moving slowly because of his injury. But he does continue to try and ride on. He's only about 10 feet or so off screen now.
Okay.
These guys are entirely off screen. Our other horse friends. And we go back to our butterflies. One butterfly flaps lazily along the path of wind and scales it left behind. There we go. And again, our other one, Bree, flaps his wings and sends this shimmering, icy cold kind of wind of scales and ice at you, as well as Sleepy the guard. So make a dexterity saving throw for me again.
Okay. Every time they're getting worse.
Even Sleepy got out of the way better than you.
I'm distracted by the fact that I couldn't stop Seabiscuit. Let's put it at that.
Alright. I need you to take another 6 cold damage, and Sleepy takes 3. Maybe that'll finally wake him up. And we go back to all the guards, or at least the competent ones.
Great. Okay, how close is Seabiscuit to me now, or one of those horses?
So the black horse you tried to tame is about 40 feet away or so, and Seabiscuit is probably 45 feet away, but the black horse is 40 feet past you, and Seabiscuit is 40 feet closer to the lake than you. Seabiscuit is close to the map, and you're past him off the map. The other horse is further past you off the map.
Okay, I will issue the order to continue shooting the butterflies and maintain distance. I'm going to try and catch Seabiscuit.
Okay.
Because we need our horses back.
Alright, so let's see how our shots go. Oh my god.
Wow. I think Guard 1 and Guard 2 just got their mean nicknames.
Well, this is why they got their names. Guard 1 rolled a 1 and Guard 2 rolled a 2. So neither of them managed to knock down our terrifying butterflies. And you advance towards Seabiscuit, who I'm going to recreate. Probably the distance is something like this now. Next turn you'll be able to come right up next to him. Or you could hold action until he comes past you to run up and grab him.
Yeah, I was planning to hold action and then grab him as he passed by.
Okay. So now we go to Kayl. You've just been breathed on again. Or winged at again, rather.
Kayl sees that Imbert's going after Seabiscuit, and he's realizing he probably won't be able to catch up.
Mm-hmm.
Well, would he actually be able to catch up?
Yes. You're only 25-ish feet away.
But he also just realized that he just took a nasty blow to the back from ice damage, and if this keeps going, then it's probably not going to end well for him. So he's going to turn back around and see what he can do about these butterflies.
Okay.
And hopefully these horses will eventually just calm down. He can help gather them up. Kayl's going to come back around. He's actually going to try and put the butterfly between him and Sleepy.
Okay.
Just to ward off any more damage to the poor guard. And he's going to take a swing at this nasty little butterfly.
All right, go ahead and swing him.
That's a 15 plus 7 for a 22.
That'll be good.
All right, le dommage. Misty Blue did all right. 8 damage total.
8 damage.
Adding your strength modifier to this is nuts with Kayl.
All right, that'll knock off that butterfly.
Dex save?
Yep.
Better than last time, but that's still a 6.
All right, take 8 points of piercing damage.
Jeez, Pete.
Do you have ranged weaponry?
I have a crossbow that's at 1 to hit.
I mean, that's something.
Wait, what was I at? 26.
Yeah.
So I'm down to 18.
All right, now last we have Sleepy, who, let's see, 15. So no, he can't catch up to Seabiscuit, but he will do his darndest. He's running straight after that horse.
By the way, after he got hit with that last attack, he's just going to yell out, "Lol, sexy lingerie!"
Ugh.
Okay.
All the Forgotten Realms.
Yep.
Strange gods.
Those are the only D&D gods I know, sorry. Also, why wouldn't Lolth have... She's like the sexy spider goddess.
Well, she's got a spider lower body, so that's part of it.
I thought she was able to shift from a human... Like, she would shift from a drow figure to a spider.
She can, but she is a spider goddess. She's a spider first, a drow lady second.
True.
Although now that does have the image of spider in lingerie, and that's very creepy.
Mm.
Ugh. All right.
Actually, that would make it a good swear word, or a good swear exclamation.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to see sexy spider lingerie.
We've got our last butterfly here. Futilely, it's gonna see all its companions falling down and start flying back towards the ocean.
What happened to Sleepy, or how did he get up there?
This is representative of the space that's down here now.
Got it, sorry.
I don't know how to just make this longer. I don't know if there is a way. I'm sure there is. So our butterfly is trying to flap back to the ocean, just like our frog did before. And it is our guard's turn. Or actually, it would be Seabiscuit running past. So if you would make another animal handling check for me.
Do I have an advantage this time?
Yes, this one has mud and all sorts of nice sticky stuff all over it. He knows you. Should be easier, relatively. Alright, how brave is Seabiscuit? Seabiscuit is really brave, so you do manage to calm him down. That was for how much terror he had.
Oh, wow. He is really brave.
He had very little terror.
That was a nat 1 on the cowardice scale. Or the cowardice roll.
So you managed to kind of get up on top and sort of knee him in and start turning him in a big circle. He'll slow down and calm down from that, and you'll have him under control in...
I want to try and go get the rest of the horses.
Right after him? Alright. That'll be a little bit tough as Seabiscuit is injured, but you'll definitely be able to keep in sight of them and catch up to them over time.
Yeah, I'm hoping that the competent guards will be able to handle everything.
Handle the last finishing up of stuff.
Yeah.
One of them manages to do something right. And gets a severe shot to the ice butterfly.
Woo!
It looks like it's on its last wings. Just one more little touch, and that would probably take him down. And you can continue off running after those horses. They're mostly sticking together. The black horse is kind of running off a little bit more to the east than the other two. But it looks like they're not kind of totally splitting up and going separate ways. So it should be easy enough to track them down as time goes on.
So can I potentially ride back and
would
take
you like
that shot, or?
Yeah, you could ride, turn him around and take a shot.
Okay, I'll do so.
Alright, go for it.
10.
Just barely does not make it. Your shot goes as far as can be, and then just barely you didn't have enough power to make it into this butterfly. Falls to the ground right by it. But it was a darn good shot.
No, it really wasn't.
Alright, now it is Kayl's time to shine.
Alright.
You have anything to do?
Yeah, Kayl's going to drop his axe, run up to here, get a direct line, and pull out his crossbow and take a shot.
Alright, give me an attack roll.
I think he's still got... He's only ever fired one bolt, so he's never really lost a bolt.
That's alright.
So he's going to try and take a shot at a +1 to hit this thing.
Alright, let's see it.
And he also dropped his axe to be able to do this all in one turn, so if he messes up...
No weapon for him.
Come on. A 16.
Alright, that'll be a hit. Roll me some damage.
Alright, that's a 1d8 minus 1. Negative damage.
Oh.
I don't know. I don't trust you. Let's let Mr. Green have a turn. That's 2, so that's only 1 damage.
Alright.
Mr. Green, you failed me.
But that is enough to take our last butterfly down.
Oh.
He falls to the ground and shatters inconsequentially. Little bits and pieces. Try to spray off, but they lose their power almost instantaneously. And they disappear.
Can Kayl go and pick up his... Well, first he'll pick up his axe from the mud.
Okay.
try and clean it off as best he can against his pant legs. And then he'll go and try and collect that one bolt that he dropped, or that got, that
Yeah, you pick it up.
skewered it.
And for his last action, Sleepy runs as quickly as he can to intercept Seabiscuit and Imber, saying, "Oh, thank you, Captain Imber. You're the best. You saved my horse, Seabiscuit."
Oh, Kayl thinks.
And you're fired.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Oh,
I'll see if I can find a job again.
oh,
I thought I'd last more than a week this time.
oh.
Can I at least get a recommendation?
Well, you're not.
There's got to be more for him to do within the Allfather's hammer. Or
We'll see, he's done most things already.
Oh,
He's gonna slowly walk off.
maybe sleep. Oh, well.
Oh, and
Kayl's
even the gate's closed. Nothing's going right today.
If you're looking for steady work, we could use a farmhand.
A farmhand? That was my second job.
Oh,
Papa told me I burned down the farm twice.
oh. You know what?
But
I'm
I can do it. I sort of remember how when you have the hoe, the pointed bit goes in your toe, right?
No.
You definitely want this guy.
He's a great guard. He can definitely help. He's been a farmhand, an alchemist, a cleric, a bard, barkeep, a bar mistress. A lot of things.
Huh.
I mean, for like 4 or 5 days each, but
A wide skill set, you're saying.
yeah.
Quote unquote skill set.
He's got the
I'm sure Tur could find a use for him. But
He's got the ultimate ability of, I used to do that.
Oh boy.
Alright, the rain is still coming down very hard, but no more monsters seem to be coming out of the lake. You can still see that kind of water spout is continuing to go up off in the distance. And the skies don't seem to clear at all.
Can I do an Arcana check on that water spout?
Sure, what are you trying to tell about it?
I'm trying to see if, just looking at it, if there's anything that seems unnatural about it. If there, just based on its pattern, if it actually is in correlation with the weather around it.
It's absolutely unnatural, because
okay.
there's never water spouts that go like all the way up to the clouds.
Oh, I've never seen a water spout. I don't know anything about.
I mean, there are like natural water spouts and geysers that go up a little bit, but they'll go
Oh,
up
it's like a geyser. I thought you're.
But this is like forcing its way up into the clouds, sending water up to the sky.
So I was thinking of those tornadoes that land on water and they just keep going up.
Oh no, that's really cool. But this is like a pillar of water rising up
Okay.
out of the lake.
Okay. My mistake. What are those called again? I thought those were called water spouts too, but no, it's something else.
Twisters,
Well,
vortexes. They might be called water spouts. I might be taking the term.
either way.
Yeah. So we've resolved this combat here, and I think that's a good time to switch over to...
Kayl's also still very cold after that, so he's going to pull out his bedroll or the blanket from his bedroll and just wrap it around himself as he walks towards the gate.
All right. I think it might be a good time to switch over and see what's happening with Tur down in Haldeheim.
Sounds good.
could we pause it for half a second so I can try and take another look for the rest of my character sheet index cards?
Yeah, sure. Absolutely.
Cool. I'll be back shortly. Okay, so I want to quickly discuss before we start my character's knowledge of ranged weapons, such as bows.
Yes.
Does he know about like the whole disadvantage thing, or that rogues have a difficult time shooting at long range?
Shooting at long range. I feel like that would make sense. Most people would have an inkling that it's difficult to shoot from very far away. I don't know if you would know what that distance is exactly. Like he might not know that a longbow can shoot more easily from further away than a crossbow and that sort of thing. But he would definitely know that very far away makes for a difficult shot. Alright.
Okay, that's good enough. I know what Tur's level 10 spell will be, what level 10 cantrip he's going to learn is going to be.
Alright.
Mending.
Mending?
Yep.
That's a good idea. That's a useful one.
At level 10, I'm planning to take everything. Everything.
So the current map we're on is kind of a rough map of the different sections of Haldheim, kind of the different areas in the city. The Beggar's Corner is the big sort of, it's the slums section, it's where the poor people live, and it's got three, as you can see, three of these big construction sites. That's what the brown squares represent.
Okay.
They've had to build around that, and they kind of overcame this by building sort of just on top of other buildings. They just add floors, add parts. They lean buildings up together so they can stay together. They don't have the benefit of nice spread out space like the other places, and they can't afford the land rights to kind of spread legally. So to combat that, there's something of a sort of thieves guild presence here. And that's what you're coming to visit. So we want to start...
I'm coming to apologize.
Yeah, you're coming to apologize.
I need to figure out how to apologize without getting murdered.
So when you come to the Thieves Guild, when you come to the Beggar's Corner, come on, do the select click. Because it's doing that thing. You're welcomed by seeing sites like this, streets covered with garbage, roofs kind of hastily constructed, all sorts of stuff around, but it's not that crowded. This is just kind of looking in at the entranceway to the area. Would you like to wait around to see if there's someone? Would you like to look around for a guide?
Can I fly at like 300 feet in the air? Or get like an aerial view?
Yeah, you could fly up and get an aerial view. What are you looking to find out with this aerial view?
Just general layout. Places with larger buildings. Whether there are people on any of the roofs, anything of that sort.
Yeah. As you fly up, you see it's pretty snaky. The roads are all very small and kind of twisting, turning. It was definitely more of people decided where to put a house kind of randomly, and then it sort of just grew up over top of and on top of those places. There are people all over the roofs. It looks like that's part of how they get around here. They just walk along the roofs, climb across, jump across gaps. It's a thriving, bustling place. You in fact see more people on the roofs than on the ground.
What spells did I cast this last session? Or last time?
You cast mostly cantrips, a fog cloud, and I don't know if you cast anything other than that, because we didn't have magic for a long time of it. I think you just slapped Simone with the book for the rest of your spells.
I think so. So I still have
pretty much everything. Yeah.
Spells.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I was wondering. How many first levels do I? Okay. How many spell slots do I still have? And the answer is all but one first level.
Yep. And for the aerial view, you see that sort of up near one of the excavation sites. There is one area that actually has a small sort of lawn, but it's a really crappy lawn, and it's this broken down sort of shack looking thing. Unlike the other buildings around it, it doesn't have anything built on top of it. It doesn't have anything sort of built next to it. It looks like it's being left alone, basically. But that's the only clear space you see in the whole area. Everything else is completely built up and covered by people. People and buildings and things.
Okay.
Okay. Let's see. Well, I was really hoping for the rooftop thing. Crap, give me a moment, let me think.
All right.
I want to be in there, but can I get a guide from the non-Thieves Guild section?
You could go ask somebody from a different part of the area. Like, you could walk around in just one of the other parts of the city, or you could go back to the Archaeologist Guild to ask.
Yeah, I'm going to go back to the Archaeologist Guild and ask that we could potentially visit some of the sites. Take a look around, visit some of the sites in the
Beggar's Corner?
Yeah, in the Beggar's area.
All right. Well, you go back to the Archaeologist Guild. You see there's a big line. There's Tanguy View still at the front desk. He waves to you as you come in, but he's busy dealing with a lot of folks kind of working around.
I'm trying to figure out how to work this stupid thing.
Yeah.
Oh.
Kind of, there's all those sorts of people. You don't see the woman who kind of brought you along. She doesn't seem to be in the room. A halfling comes up to you, and that would be your character, and asks if you need any help, or if there's anything he could do for you.
Can I help you with anything, sir?
Yes. I was hoping to go take a look around the peasants' quarters, the peasant section, and take a look at some of the dig sites there. And I need a guide.
I don't know what you mean by peasants, sir. We're all wealthy in our own right here.
Yeah, but the ones who are wealthy, without wealth.
Ah, I see. For what reason, may I ask?
I just want to do some inspections. And I also need to talk to someone about a certain event that happened.
Were you with the kingdom?
I have no idea what you're talking about, so yes.
The kingdom of Lyon. Are you one of the inspectors?
Yes, I am. And I can say that with confidence. I will definitely inspect things.
Very well then. I guess if you're looking to report to the Archaeologist Guild?
We're at the Archaeologist Guild right now.
But okay, you run that by me again. I was looking over character details. He's trying to go where?
He's trying to go to the Beggar's Corner, to that slum he was checking out before.
Okay.
Where he's trying to meet up with a certain woman named Simone.
Isn't that the one he threw through the portal? No, that's...
Yep.
That is Simone, okay. I kept on thinking, is it Sasha, Sandra, Simone? Okay, so it's Simone. Okay. Very well, sir, if you'll follow me. My name is Jasper, by the way. I'm...
Jasper, I have to ask you, before we get going, are you planning to betray me?
Are you somebody who would... What? I don't... What? No. I don't...
I'd like to make an insight check on that.
Go ahead. Let's see it.
Jasper really is nonplussed by this sudden statement.
He does not seem to be intending to betray you. His confusion at the sentiment that he would betray you is genuine.
Better be. I rolled a nat 1. Yeah, no, he is actually just very confused.
Okay, then let us proceed.
All right. Additionally, is just okay. Now you approach Jasper's interest because you think, why is he somebody who merits being betrayed?
Yeah, Jasper doesn't really know anything about Tur.
No,
this is a first time meeting situation.
So
maybe Tur just always asks people, "Are you gonna betray me?" the first time he meets them,
or acts grandiose and puts on the show.
Well, yeah, he does that one.
True. Okay, so Jasper will lead Tur through the crowds. He'll also do his best to make sure that nobody tries to pickpocket Tur, because last thing a guest wants is to get to his destination and find that his wallet's been stolen or something else precious. So,
All right.
He's gonna be
throw out a perception check for me.
okay. And
I'm going to try and
expertise in
avoid
that.
crowds.
So I get +4 from my proficiency.
You're going to ask him if you can avoid crowds.
Yeah.
All right. Go ahead with the perception check. We'll just switch that over.
+4 and perception is it's wisdom. So +4 and that's at a +2. So a +6. That's
Give me
a
a moment.
23.
See what items I have.
All right. While you're looking over that, Jasper, you asked Jasper to lead you around, try to avoid the more populated areas.
I was in the assumption that as you go into Beggar's Corner, since it's so packed, you can't avoid crowds.
Well, you can take the ground route or you can take the roof route. If you take the roof route, you're going to be in with more people. If you take the ground route, people are going to be closer together, but you'll see them there and could avoid them if you so choose.
Mm.
So it's possibly interact with lots of people or must interact with a small number of people.
Okay.
Let's take the roofs.
Okay.
But I'm going to fly because I can.
Jasper's just going to mutter to himself, "Sure, draw more attention to yourself, why don't you?"
As you're flying along,
I'm going to fly above, a good distance above, 100 feet. Let's go.
okay. As you're flying along, people's eyes kind of turn as this strange shadow passes over them. You see sort of a stirring in the crowds, and some people just kind of turn around and keep going along their way. Other people start to follow after you. This is the first time they've seen something not normal bird-sized flying above the city in a long time.
Jasper's going to just lower his head a little bit, or if he's got some kind of headwear, he'll probably just try and lower it down because he doesn't want to draw that much attention to himself.
All right. So, Jasper, you kind of lead him around. How are you going to communicate that you have gotten to a place?
I'll stop moving.
All right. So, Tur asked Jasper if he could lead him to the different excavation sites. Yes.
Yes. Yeah.
All right. So you arrive at the first one of the first excavation sites. It is at this excavation site here. And it is similar to the one you saw before. There's kind of ladders leading down into the site, dug deep down into the earth. But there's also a ton of poles and strings and all sorts of stuff kind of back and forth between the buildings on each side, helping to support and keep the buildings from sagging and falling over potentially into the excavation site. You see the same sort of slate gray, very large, perfect blocked building down into the site, but this one is halfway into the ground, it's not fully dug out yet. And it looks like this is one of the areas where they're really struggling with excavating any further because there's all these buildings around. They can't dig without potentially making some sort of landslide, falling down, recovering the site. There's a lot more of the guards that you saw by the excavation site at the last one, at this one, than there were before. Where before there were 2, there's 6 at this one. And they're all standing kind of wary, eyes open, head on a swivel. The group of people that you kind of see following you around, some are losing interest as you travel, as you just continue to fly around and go to this place, but some continue to follow you. Would you like to come down and check it out, or would you like to keep moving?
That is a great question. I say let us proceed. I think I've seen enough of this one.
All right.
Right you are. All right, where to go next? Oh, yeah. This is probably the fastest way to go around all of them. And, yeah, at that point, Jasper's just going to start moving to...
The northern one is the one that has the shack and the kind of small area near it, and this is the biggest excavation site in the city.
I think Jasper would probably go he would want to lead with the. He would want to lead on to the one that would probably be the less likely to yield the results to once, and then finish with the final one. Just so let the bigger one be the last stop, because that one will probably take the most time. And this way, it'll just allow for them to.
So you take him up towards the northern one first, and then
Yeah.
you're going to come down to the biggest one later.
Yeah, just in the hopes of making sure that Tur's time isn't wasted, and by extension, Jasper's time isn't wasted.
All right. So you guys travel along. I assume, Tur, you're going to fly up very high again.
Yep.
All right. As you are flying towards this one, I would like you to make a perception check, Tur.
I'm flying very high. 13.
You notice similarly, same thing with the crowds as before. It's down to only a couple dedicated followers. They're calling like, "Hey, Birdman! Bird guy! Hey, come down, how you flying?" Like, they're really interested. They want to know what's going on with you.
Jasper's going to try and shoo them away because he's trying to be the courteous host and just make sure that Tur's not bothered too much.
Okay. You kind of shoo him off, tell him to get out of there.
Go on, go on.
No, it is fine. I am powered. My flight is powered by the mythical power of friendship.
Jasper's
I-
Jasper's going to facepalm at that one.
All right. The power of friendship is fueling your flight, and your guide below is smacking his noggin.
Yeah.
But
He might be inquisitive, but he knows when something's BS.
the followers are kind of split. They're like, "Oh, this guy's telling us to get out of here," but then this guy's telling us about magical friendship flight. That sounds really interesting. So they kind of waffle around. They hang out, not really close, but they're definitely still waiting around to see maybe if Jasper goes away, so they could go talk to Tur again. Tur, do you come down to actually land at the site, or do you fly up in the sky?
I'm still in the sky.
And how high up are you flying?
Well, let me take a quick look. Message has a range of 120 feet, so I'm going that high.
You're going 120 feet above the buildings, basically?
Yet.
Alright.
Actually, wait, I can do a sweep. I can do a swoop, so I can actually fly even higher. 140 feet.
Okay. So you're flying 140 feet in the sky. So you see same style of building. Again, there's all these kind of cross pieces between the buildings, sort of helping to support them with each other and hold together. Also possibly allowing easier crossing around that area. The kind of gray block building is down below again. Strangely, this one does not actually have any of those guards. There's a few folks milling around in the bottom, but they're all in plain clothes. None of them seem nearly clean enough or professional enough to be guards or police or anything like that, which is definitely strange to you.
Oh yeah.
And alongside this one is a strange sort of old building. It's kind of broke down and crappy and rickety. You see kind of this faded, pathetic lawn with little bits of dying grass growing up out of it, a couple abandoned chairs, a place where it looks like somebody sits and sort of watches the area.
Does it look like there's anyone in there?
Make a perception check, see if anyone's there.
No.
You can't tell if anyone's home. But it is definitely different and seems important. You could ask your guide, or you could continue on your journey.
I will ask the guide.
Alright. What would you like to tell him about this place? / would you like to know more about this place so that you could tell him something?
I'll roll a knowledge check.
Alright.
Knowledge history or knowledge intelligence? Just straight intelligence roll?
Knowledge you know about this place.
Okay, fair enough. At a +1?
This is where the old beggar lives. This is the kind of guy. If you have a problem in this area, you go to him.
Oh, okay.
You can tell him as much or as little about that as you want.
Okay, yeah. Jasper will just say, yeah, this is, as you can tell, the Beggar's Corner is a bit of a place for squatters. Just anybody who can find a place to live takes it. At least a bit of territorial disputes, to be honest. It's a little bit frustrating for the powers that be in our little town. But as for here, there's an old beggar here. He's been around long enough that he knows most of what goes on in town. He knows almost everybody except for newcomers. If you got a problem, he should be able to solve it for you.
Ah, very interesting. I would like to talk to this guy. He seems like a very interesting and knowledgeable person.
You kind of lay things on thick, don't you?
I don't know what you mean.
Yeah, I'm sure you don't. Anyways, yeah, he should be able to help you out.
All right. So how are you going to come talk to this man?
I'm going to ask my messenger / herald if he could potentially, interact.
You're gonna ask your guide to go as a go-between.
Does Jasper know the name of the beggar who lives there?
He's only called the Old Beggar.
Okay, I've got to work around for this. So if Tur does ask that of Jasper's just going to say, "By the All-Father's hammer." And he's going to go up to the door and knock on it politely, actually. He respects the old guy. But he's just going to call out, "Hey, Obi, you got a visitor. Yeah, you got a sec?"
Hey, Obi.
Obi,
Yeah, old beggar. The light by the door switches on. It's a very strange light. It's not a torch. It sort of just radiates a glow outside of it as if the light spell was cast on it.
Huh.
And the door opens with a creak, and this old kind of wrinkled up old man is at the door. Sort of brown suit, hat, slightly hunched over. Looks like he probably should use a cane, but he doesn't use a cane. One of those old men who's still kind of struggling, trying to show that he's not old.
Mm.
And he squints at Jasper a little bit.
How you doing, old-timer?
Oh, Jasper. It's been a while since you've come to see me. What are you doing here?
I'm not here on my own business today, friend. I'm actually here I'm asking around for a newcomer. He was hoping to speak with you about an issue he's had since he came to town.
Ah. Who is this newcomer?
He calls himself Tur Nandoy.
I never said my name. I'm Hot Sun.
Yeah. You would know him as Hot Sun. That's the name he gave at the archaeologist's place.
Sorry, I forgot that. He goes by the name, and he pulls out a sheet. Hot Sun?
Hot Sun. I have never heard a name like that.
He's new in town. He only just arrived.
Well, what's his business with me?
And at this point, Jasper's going to defer to Tur because he's kind of done being the herald.
It's a very funny conversation to imagine because Tur is 140 feet up of the roof.
I thought you had
the
landed by this
house.
point. I thought he had landed by this point.
I believe he's swooping down to cast message at just the farthest range possible to you.
Okay, so when he reads that message, I'm redacting here, but when he reads that message, he's going to write Hot Sun, and he's just going to look up really quickly up in this. Are you serious? Yeah.
I get the message. Yup.
Apparently that's what he's going by. So yeah. He had a question for you, but he has yet to relay me that information.
Well, when he feels like telling me that question, he can come tell me.
He seems a bit secretive.
I am looking for a group of individuals who are less than reputable. Where might I find them? You seem like a knowledgeable fellow.
He's going to start. Jasper will start reading this off from the piece of paper.
Oh,
No,
he's
no,
casting
I'm
the
casting
spell message. It just
spell.
appears in your head.
Okay. Right.
And whenever you cast back to him, you just like look up at the sky and whisper to him, and he hears you.
So long story short, Jasper's going to say, yeah, I think he's looking for the Thieves Guild.
Well, there's no thieves guild here. There's simply some friends who don't quite believe in the rules as much as others. You know this.
Hey, come on, man.
Friend, it would really be much easier if you came down and talked to me. It's kind of hard talking through the sky like this. He squints up at the sky as best he can.
That arch in his back is probably making it a little rough to lean back and see.
I'm going to send the message, what, I can't hear you from way up here. Actually, I'm going to send that message to, whoever, to my minion.
Hoover?
Oh, you've taken possession of him very well. You're now his minion, apparently.
Does he tell me that I'm his minion?
Nope.
Okay.
Probably not.
Because if he did, Jasper would probably just walk away. The gold's not worth it.
Good lord.
So
Gold? What gold?
that's to himself, man. That was out of character.
Oh, all right.
I know.
Right. So, but yeah,
times.
Jasper will just say he's just gonna hear the message and just say, "Yeah, he said he can't hear you from way up there. This is ridiculous. Can you come down?"
I'm going to send the message back, what, I can't hear you from way up here.
This guy's a jackass. Anyways, yeah.
I then send the message, Thieves Guild, or rather, not Thieves Guild, whatever he's referring to it as, indicating that I can somewhat hear what you guys are talking about.
All right.
Oh.
He was looking for so we're looking for somebody apparently who may want to stay outside of the view of those who shares my charge's sense of secrecy. Likes to keep to himself. Might know a few other people who don't quite appreciate the rules. Well, then this is even better because now I'm just leading him away from the actual. Yeah. Okay, so. Okay. So he's gonna try and.
It's fun having to pass messages. It's very enjoyable.
Okay.
Yes, it is.
So, at this point, Jasper's going to message up to Tur and say, Hot. And he's just going to say, well, I can't really relay anything more unless you're down here to really show what you need.
I just need to know where they are. I just like a rough idea of their whereabouts.
Okay. So, Obi, do you have any... Is there anybody around today in that crew of people who less than appreciate the rules? Anyone who'd be willing to talk to our good friend Mr. Sun here? Or there. And he points up at the sky.
Obi, the old beggar says, yeah, there might be somebody around. Certainly, my chair and my table are always open out here. You could come take a seat, and I think the one you're looking for might be waiting for you.
And Jasper will relay that to Tur.
Yes, but I was hoping for me meeting her, not her meeting me. If you get my drift.
Oh, stop.
Oh. This is why Tur is so fun.
Because he infuriates me every time that I have to play it against him.
He infuriates everyone. It's the best.
Ay, ay, ay. Okay, at this point, Jasper's just gonna... Alright, Jasper's at his wit's end by this point because he's trying to be accommodating to both sides. He's trying to be respectful to Obi because Obi's been good to him through the years that he's been in this town, and he's trying to be courteous because, yeah, I guess in the city's rare. So
Yeah.
I'm going to message who's it and ask a quick question of: are there guards? Will there be guards at the third site?
He's asking if there
The
will be
dig
guards
site,
at the third
yeah.
site. Yes, there will be.
yes, he wouldn't
And
need to
are
ask.
they? And are they confirmed to be paid by the who are they? Who pays them?
The Architects Guild, as far as I know.
Okay. Well, that answers that question. I would like I then send a message telling you that I want you to thank the dude.
He says thank you.
And I think and at this point, I think I will be heading to, and I state the exact site.
Okay.
All right. Thanks for your time, Obi. I guess we'll...
And at this point, I am going to fly as fast as I can to that site, which means that I should be able to get there first because I have a move speed of 50, which means if I sprint, it gives me a speed of 100, which means I can go faster than even the rogue with a speed of 90. Quick question. She was a human, right?
No, she was a half elf. Ugh. Half elf.
Does my character think / know that she can go... Does he know for certain that she goes the same speed as a human, or does he think that she might go faster?
From the chase, you think it's possible she could go faster, but you didn't see her performing any superhuman feats of movement.
Okay,
I would also like you to make a perception check at disadvantage while you are rushing to the site.
actually, I don't think I'm going to rush to the site at this point, because it
Okay.
doesn't... Because if I think she can outrun me, I don't want to try and race her.
Reasonable.
Jasper's trying to keep up, and the entire time he's just thinking, do right by the town, do right by the town, do right by the town.
I wanted to... Could I have sensed the familiar... Were there rocks... Were there any, like, boring, ordinary, dull rocks nearby that were sort of like the... that were like the keystone or whatever it was?
No. The keystone was a magical, scintillating, somehow always changing polyhedron sort of shape. It's pretty clearly magical.
That's a shame. Yeah, so I'm going... Can I have... I want to have my... I want to have my familiar... I want to have when we head to the third site, I want to have the Reaper fly in the same direction.
Okay.
Or basically fly with who's it?
Fly along with Jasper.
Yes.
Okay.
And the familiar will not be carrying any of this.
All right. So you've got everything with you still. All right. So Jasper, a pygmy. Was it a pygmy owl or was it a pygmy pigeon or something like that? Yeah. A pygmy owl flies down from sort of flying out in the air and just kind of hovers around you as you are leading the way towards the third site. A little strange, but not the weirdest thing that's happened in this area. The weirdest probably being hot sun. But so you kind of lead the way, whatever way you feel like. It's clear he's just going to fly up in the sky, so you probably go the fastest route. And I would like Tur to make a perception check for me.
Nope.
All right. So, yeah. You get to the site, you see that there's only a few guards this time. There's 4 guards instead of the 6 there were before. They're all wearing uniforms properly. They're all kind of standing about, same way the other ones were, head on a swivel, eyes open. You see, at this site, there's actually a fully excavated big house in the middle, and you can actually see they've dug around that sort of steel tunnel that led into the underground labyrinth below, and you can see that's entirely revealed in the excavation this time. But there's some people like fruitlessly banging at it. Someone's trying to build a fire underneath it to maybe melt it or make it more malleable. They obviously don't know about your incredible trick of just greasing it up and then pushing on it really, really, really hard.
It is quite a trick.
But it seems like it's still closed. People are working at it. You don't notice anyone who looks out of place. Everyone looks like they're doing what they should be doing. Would you like to go closer to examine anything? Would you like to look more closely from up in the sky? Send your familiar in?
I will ask my minion to basically to have my familiar in, basically put it in like his pocket or jacket. Allow it to fly into his pocket.
Alright, so you are telling your familiar to go hang out with your buddy Jasper. When you're doing that, are you swooping down, or are you having the familiar... Are you calling for the familiar to come up or something?
Oh no, I'm messaging the familiar.
Okay. So, as you are messaging the familiar, you receive a message yourself. It is from Simone saying, "Are you gonna meet with me or what?"
My response will be, look, I can't see you, you can see me. Obviously, this is not the best situation for me. I propose a situation where we're both on equal ground.
Are you flying down low enough she can message you again?
Yeah.
Alright. She says, "I figure this is equal ground. You have that book thing."
Jasper's still puffing along, trying to reach the 3rd dig site.
He's got short legs, it hurts.
Yeah.
I'm going to send a message to Jasper, asking him to... while I'm swooping down, I'm going to send a message to Jasper asking him to hide and see whether anyone... to basically take a look around to see whether anyone's following. And I give like a brief description of Simone.
Alright. Go ahead and make a perception check.
Okay. So at a +6. Hold on, what's the... I feel like I'm forgetting something about being a inquisitive.
Whenever you make an insight check, if it's lower than an 8, you get to treat the number as an 8.
Right.
So basically, the lowest you can ever roll on insight for Jasper is... The lowest you can get on insight is a 16, or a 14, rather.
Eye for detail. At the starting 3rd level, you can use a bonus action to make a wisdom perception check to spot a hidden creature or object, or to make an intelligence investigation check to uncover or decipher clues as well. So I think are you talking... Is that the same one you're talking about, or you're talking about the
other
ear
one,
for
the
deceit?
ear for deceit.
Yeah. Okay.
That's the one that has an effect on just any time you roll insight. It affects it.
So yeah, a bonus action in this case is not... We're kind of out of combat, so it doesn't really apply.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's a 16 plus 6 for a 22.
So what do you want to do?
I'm just sitting back and letting her do her business.
So what are you going to tell Tur? Or Hot Sun?
Okay. Can I see if she's unarmed or anything? I guess Jasper... Yeah, Jasper... He's just trying to make sure that this actually goes through smoothly.
Mm-hmm.
Best for him if everything just goes how everybody wants, and since they both seem to want to talk to each other, he'll message out to Tur and say...
Go ahead. This is a different thing.
He'll message up to Tur and say, "Hey, she's down here. It's just non-aggressive. Just I think you can feel safe meeting her."
Ask him, where is she?
Inside one of the buildings.
Okay, which One.
The excavation building.
All right, the excavation building.
Okay, that is good to know. I appreciate that. Can I try and detect her now that I at least have an idea?
You can make a perception check. Yeah.
17.
You see her finally. She is waiting right inside the door, kind of looking out. Sort of. She's holding a clipboard. She's got her same attire she had on before when she was down in the labyrinth, but she seems to be pretending to check something off a clipboard as she's looking up in the sky, as almost trying to put on a good show of daydreaming, being like a bored researcher. But she is looking right at you.
Okay, that is very good. So, quick question about flying.
Yeah.
While I am flying, how does the movement work during flight?
During flight?
Yeah.
What portions of flight do you mean? Like ascension and descending?
Ascending and descending.
It doesn't actually spell it out in 5th edition. I think previously we've been doing half movement for falling and double movement for either 1-to-1 or double movement for ascending. I think if you go straight up, we've been saying it costs twice as much movement, and if you've been going diagonally, it's 1-for-1. Same thing as like diagonal movement on the ground.
Okay, that's good to know. What was she shooting at me with last time I saw her?
A crossbow.
What kind of crossbow?
A regular crossbow? No, a light crossbow. A light crossbow is a regular crossbow.
Can I do a knowledge history to try to remember or to figure out how far those things can usually shoot with good accuracy?
With good accuracy?
Yes.
Sure. All right. You know that they are highly accurate up to 80 feet, but they can be fairly accurately shot up to a distance of 300 feet.
Okay. That is what I wanted to know. That is good. Okay. I am going to ask... at this point, I've seen her. I'm going to fly low enough for her to message me.
Okay.
Eventually. Does she message me?
She messages, she says, if you wanted even playing ground, this is even. We don't control this territory. This is the researcher's area. Or the researcher's domain, she would say.
Okay. Yeah, I'll land on the roof.
Okay.
With the response of, I'm sure you're more than capable to get up on the roof. And once I land on the roof, I'm going to lie down.
To lie down?
Yes.
Alright.
In the middle of the roof. Is the roof just barren?
Yes, it's got a slight peak to it, so there's kind of divots so that rain can drain properly off of it and not kind of build up and make problems. But other than that, it's completely free of stuff. There's all those sort of connections, those sorts of ropes and wires and pillars and things back and forth above the roof, but nothing on it itself.
And I'm going to, I think that'll be good.
All right. You're laying down. It takes a little while, but eventually Simone does come sort of walking casually across one of those wires, and she hops down to the roof a decent distance away from you, maybe 20 feet away. Jasper is...
I'm going to ask her to... Actually, so what I'm going to do is... I'm going to do a ready action.
Okay.
And my ready action will be, yeah, can I, well, when I see her approaching on the wire, I'm going to have, the Reaper, fly into the building.
Into
Below
the
me.
building? Okay.
Yes.
The guards are a little surprised, but the bird manages to kind of dive bomb past them into the relatively dark interior. But that's no problem for the bird.
And, what I'd like to ready is, could I switch my sight over to bird sight and then do a misty step?
Switch your sight over to bird sight and then do a misty step. So you would be sharing senses with it. Misty step probably just says a location you can see, correct?
Teleport up to 30 feet to a location to an unoccupied space you can see.
Yeah, I don't see why you wouldn't be able to do that.
Okay, so I'm going to ready action that.
Okay.
I'm going to do it if she gets within 10 feet of me. That's my trigger.
Okay. So she jumps off, she's 15 feet away.
I say you can stay there. I wanted to apologize for what happened previously. It was rude and undignified of me to hit you with the book and, have the demon get into your head. And I'm sorry for that.
Simone says, "You're damn right it was. What the hell was that?"
That was a super demon. An ungodly powerful demon.
I don't mean the demon. Everyone knows a demon's a demon. What was the book you hit me with?
Oh, a vessel for the demon. And an archangel.
Jasper's going to be listening very closely to this, or as closely as he can without seeming too interested.
Yeah. What? There's an angel in there too?
Of course.
What did you find down there?
Where
did that come from?
Well, do you remember that there was that pedestal full of bad, ill intent and bad feelings, and you didn't want to approach it?
Nobody approached it because of all those bad feelings.
Yes.
So it was there. Okay. What are you gonna do with it?
That is an excellent question, and the answer might be smack people who try to attack me.
All right. So I have a question. Do you have your vision on bird right now?
No.
Okay.
If bird sees anything, I'm figuring I can feel it tapping on the roof because it's made of metal.
Oh, you want it to be in the attic area?
Yes.
So you can try and learn from it or get information from it.
Yes.
All right.
And if it sees, hears, texts anything, I want it to tap. In which case, I have a different ready action.
Okay. Looking at Find Familiar, it takes an action to switch over to your familiar's eyes. So for your Misty Step plan to work, you would have to choose to be blind during the negotiations rather than, or you could win initiative if initiative happens, I suppose, and then do it. Because that would be an action and a bonus action.
Is the roof enough that the bird can see through it? Or can at least detect if she's moving on it?
Yes, I would say it could hear her creaking and moving, but you wouldn't know exactly what direction she's going, as it would reverberate around.
Okay, so instead, give me a moment, let me take a look at my list of spells, because spells are fun for the whole family. Heavily Obscured 5e. What does it mean?
Heavily Obscured. I think it's the same as someone in a heavily obscured thing is blinded, basically.
Okay.
And people can't see into it. I'm pretty sure that's what it is.
Okay, that's what I wanted to know. Then my ready action will be dropping a fog cloud.
Okay.
I'm not going to see through my familiar. I'm just going to see through my own eyes. But with a ready action, I'll drop a fog cloud. Okay.
Go ahead.
Actually, how far is it to the edge of the roof?
To the edge of the roof?
Yeah.
If you're in the center, you're probably about 30 feet to the edge.
Okay, so if she approaches within... Actually, at this point I can just stand up, because I see her. That's all I cared about.
All right.
No, I'm gonna stay lying down, but if she approaches too closer, then I'm going to fly 25 feet toward the edge of the roof and then end standing. Or, flying. You get what I'm saying.
Yeah, you're gonna get ready to maintain distance.
Yes.
All right. So Simone looks at you. She says, "Well, all right. So you took a book from a place that felt like evil.
Yes.
What? Do you have it still? Did you hide it anywhere? You should have hidden it somewhere. That would have been
Do you
a
think
very
that's stupid?
I mean, yes, a little bit. She's a very honest half-elf.
Don't worry, I think I'm stupid as well.
Okay, so you did take it with you. All right. That's good to know. I'm not going to try and take it. I don't want to touch that thing. I don't know how you're not insane right now. That was terrifying. How about the other thing? Do you still have that?
What other thing?
You know, the magic-y stone.
No, I left my magic-y stone.
Where'd you leave it? I'll go get it for you, and then we can keep talking in a little bit.
I left it. I left it in the labyrinth. I couldn't remember. I did something with it. I don't quite remember where I put it, but it was definitely in there. I put it on like a stair or something. The place was a labyrinth. I got lost.
Simone looks a little disappointed. Make a deception roll for me.
No, I'm telling the truth. My fake crystal orb is definitely down there.
Make a deception roll for me? We're talking about the magic-y stone, not the fake crystal orb.
Oh. 4.
All right. You don't think you sold that very well, but you never know. She could have believed you. It is, of course, around this time that you notice somebody got a little tangled up in the wires and the strings coming across, and that is Jasper, who was trying to very quietly creep across on his belly on one of those wires, but he got caught in somebody's clothing they'd hung up to dry. So yeah, Jasper's here now.
Hi. Sorry about that. I'm not interrupting anything, am I?
Simone looks at you, Tur, and says, "Who's this guy?"
I don't really know. I found him.
Yeah.
Did you find him in the labyrinth too?
I was just hanging out on the street back up in the north part of town. I was just I'm
If I
his
touch
guide.
you, am I going to talk to an angel this time?
Say what now?
This guy's got a friggin' book. You touch it, you go insane. Makes you talk to angels and demons. Like some
Archangels and archdemons.
What he said.
That guy down in the South District can give you an herb which will do the same thing. What's the big deal?
Alright, Simone's now looking at both of you with a lot of confusion and concern. It's like almost a motherly element to it, like, oh my god, these guys need someone to take care of them.
I said I had nothing to do with that one. That one is not on me.
She's still not quite believing you because you tried to talk about your crystal orb before.
What about the guy who sells the powdered shrooms on the west side?
You're not helping your case, man.
I know the vendors. I don't use this stuff. I just see what happens when people take it.
Good lord. Alright, so Simone kind of shakes her head. You're stuck there. Let's keep having our conversation.
What exactly
sounds good.
What exactly is Jasper caught in? Dare I ask?
He's caught up in
Just somebody's flannel shirt.
No, like a onesie, like a baby's onesie.
Oh, come on!
Like an 8 size bigger onesie.
Is his head just sticking out the butt flap?
Yes, your head is in fact... It's not sticking out the butt flap. Your head went in through the butt flap and is sticking out through one of the sleeves.
I just imagine that he's sort of dangling there and he's just kind of stuck. And every time that
my God.
He's pulling a Thor Ragnarok, and every time that he spins around, he's just trying to keep the conversation going.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm changing my ready action at this point.
Yeah?
I would like to fly straight up 25 feet.
Okay.
If she approaches, within 10 feet.
Yeah. So, Simone looks around, she looks at you again, she says, "Alright, look, just like before, I've got a job this time. And I'm not trying to get anything this time, I'm trying to learn things. My boss wants information.
All right.
That's all.
What sort of information?
Information about the things you got. Could you tell us anything you've learned about them? We would be willing to offer our own information. We might know something you care about."
Indeed. Well, I've learned that the book is really bad to touch.
Yeah, we both learned that.
I've also learned that doing bad things around the book, such as shooting me, will probably unleash the demon. Or at least make it strong enough to conquer the angel, and we both know that we don't want that to happen.
Alright, good info. That's great, keep going.
Why? What would happen?
What are you asking for, buddy?
I'm curious.
Let's just ignore him. He doesn't need to know this, does
he? And he spins back around.
Well, I think it's your turn at this point. I've given you some information about my book.
Well, what do you want to know? I can't tell you something without you telling me what it is you need.
What I need?
Yeah, what information do you need? That's how information exchanges work.
I think I want information about your Thieves Guild's current. No, not goals, because goals would be because you'll just say make money, and we both know that. But what you'd be willing to sell in there, such as apocalyptic items.
What we would be willing to sell?
What would you be willing to pull out of the tomb and pull out of the basement and sell?
Well, this is partially just my opinion, but I know my boss pretty well. He kind of cares about living and stuff, so if it was going to end the world, like your book, he would not sell it. He would probably hide it somewhere.
That is a good thing to know.
Alright, your turn again.
So I'm sure you remember the sub-basement 3, the one where I hit you with the book.
Yeah, it was horrible.
I'm sure it was. Well, one of the fun things down there is some kind of, let's say, situation that, if it is released from the room, could potentially, for lack of a better word, destroy the world.
What is this situation? You tell me the book wasn't the situation?
Oh, well, trust me, I can deal with the book just fine. You don't need to worry about the book. This situation is one that requires a little bit more finesse.
How so?
Well, let's just say that basement room should probably be better off sealed up entirely.
Well, now that you opened up the labyrinth and the researchers know, we're not going to be able to seal it. They're going to get in there.
Indeed. I'm going to need to have a little talk with them as well. If that doesn't work, I'll need to go back down there for another look and, borrow some more items.
Alright, here we go. One more time. 1, 2, 3. Yep. Almost got it.
Trying to wiggle free.
I know he's trying to do a sort of a crunch to get himself so he can pull himself back up on the wire and hopefully extricate himself from the onesie.
Go ahead and make an athletics check. I think you're actually good at athletics.
Nope. Acrobatics.
So
Oh wait, yeah, sorry, I'm
Yeah,
proficient
there we
in it,
go.
but my strength is 8.
that's fine. You've still got a +1,
Yeah,
and it's a onesie. It's not
it's a 4.
It's a really tough onesie. Like you've never seen such stretchy, fibrous fabric. It's
just
so good.
The harder I try, the more it entangles my arms.
Yeah, and you get yourself up, and then you try to pull. You almost make it, and then you get swept back, falling down. Now
Today,
you're hanging out by a foot.
Today started off so nice. I was able to get
And
it.
then you ran into me.
Exactly.
All right.
It's like dealing with Alucard.
Good old comic relief. It's wonderful. So Simone kind of looks up at the sun, measures the time, sort of. She says, "Well, this is this is huge. I'll leave the researchers to you. I'm sure you'll bungle it up, but then we'll deal with it after you're done."
I'm sure you can do what you tried to do to me down there, to them. Except, you'll do it right this time.
Hey, that is a last resort, and I only did it because you really got under my skin.
Trust me, everyone tells me that. That's why I'm just a mentor, not a hero.
Wait, everybody tells you that?
Yes,
Oh.
everybody I don't even know him for more than a day, and I know everyone wants to kill this guy.
Oh, okay, then I feel less bad about telling you this. You're a pain in the ass!
Oh, trust me, I know.
All right.
And once again, he just spins back around.
Simone looks pityingly on you. She hops up and grabs onto the wire, kind of spins herself up and around, and she takes out a little dagger and slices the onesie to let you down. A nice solid 10 feet onto the roof.
Wait, what are you? Ah! Thank you.
Oh, ready action now includes who's it as well?
Jasper as well?
Yes.
All right. He's probably at
And
the
also-
edge of the roof. He didn't make it that far in his crawling.
I'm also
Jasper's
going to-
done. He's out of there. He's tired. He's had a crappy afternoon. He wants to go home.
Yes?
Ready action will be just be the fly straight up 25 feet. Actually, will it be? If either one of them approaches within 10 feet, I'll fly up 25 feet.
Okay.
And can I do something to end? Actually, my ready action will be to take a dodge action.
Take dodge? Okay.
Yes, which causes disadvantage on all attack rolls.
Yep.
So I'm going to be doing some, crazy roly-poly stuff.
Rolling around on the roof, just kind of swirling back and forth.
Doing a barrel roll.
Doing like the Homer Simpson running in a circle thing.
Exactly.
But in the air. That would be a sight to see.
That would be very cool. Simone looks genuinely concerned as she kind of hops down. She asks one more time, "Is there anything else I really need to know? Is there anything else dangerous down there?"
Okay, so out of character, was there anything else apocalyptic down there that I was aware of?
No. The only things that were extremely dangerous seeming were the book, and you were told that the skull shouldn't leave the labyrinth, basically.
Yeah.
The big magic portal, that seems like a teleportation, like a really large-scale teleportation circle, but you don't know if that's dangerous, if it's working, if it could work. So that's
from my impression,
kinda
it
up to
seems
you.
like it had to be powered, right? By the keystone.
By something. But yeah, that's up to you if you decide to share that or not.
I'll say the root I still have my question. I have my return question.
You do. Simone was trying to quickly wiggle more out of you and then get out of there.
I'm sure we're going to need to meet again at some point. So how will I be able to find you?
Go talk to the old beggar. If you ever need to find someone, tell him and sit down in his chair, and he will get them to you right away. But Please be polite to him.
Why, will he backstab me?
No, he doesn't backstab anyone. But you could kind of think of this whole part of town as the old beggar. You really wouldn't want to get under his skin.
He's your leader.
I'll leave that up to you.
So for another bit of information, I would like to let you know that giant summoning room is really bad, and you don't want it to be summoning anything.
How can we keep it from summoning something?
That is a great question, and the answer is sabotage. If you see anyone trying to do anything with that room, sabotage them.
Alright, that's easy enough. Simone looks at you. She gives you a rude gesture, and then swings away on the wires. And she is running pretty much as fast as she can back in the direction of the first excavation site, not the one that had the old beggar at it.
So I'm going to take a quick look at the book.
Okay.
Just not fully unwrap it, or even a little bit, just barely unwrap it, just so that I can see it. Does it look like the color has balanced out again?
Remind me of where we left it last time. It was slightly blacker than white. Yes.
It was slightly blacker than white.
All right.
It's just a slight tint, a little bit more of a tint black.
It remains more black than white, but you can see there. It looks like the color is kind of moving, is oscillating on the edge where the black and white meet. It's possible that being in the vicinity of so many people is causing it to. So many people and so many people like doing things is causing it to rapidly shift. It's sort of nature from good and bad, because there's people doing good and bad things all around it.
Can Jasper see this? I guess Tur's too
make
high
a perception check for me.
Okay, a lot of perception from Jasper. Okay.
Oh, me? Or just...
No.
Just Jasper.
It is wisdom. Okay, so that's at a +4. You have to keep on referencing that. 16.
All right. Yeah, you can see...
Oh, wait, sorry. No, that's double proficiency, so it's +6. So that's 18.
Yes, you can see him unravel a book. It looks very strange. It's got... You can't quite make it out from where you are what's happening to it, but you can give a rough description of it. It's black and white. Something... The Birdman seems to be looking very closely at sort of the spine area.
Okay.
To see something. You can't make out exactly what he's looking at.
Okay, so it's not...
He's being very, very careful with it.
Got it.
And having heard something about a dangerous book before, you can make the easy, logical assumption.
Right.
This is that dangerous book.
But the undulation isn't so drastic that it looks like Rorschach's mask.
No.
Or anything like
This
that.
This is like a very, very gentle...
Okay.
If you were looking at it, you might think it's a visual illusion or something like that.
As if maybe there was... just it almost looks like it's a vibration along the spine. Something like that? Just a wavelength that's vibrating?
Yeah. Really, 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 really little.
Okay.
All right. So you're not sure exactly whether it's you were being truthful and then lying and it's going back and forth because of something you did, or something that you and Simone did, or something Jasper was doing, or if it's the presence of all the people. You would have to maybe go somewhere isolated to see if you could figure out what's making it move like that. It could even just be the Archangel and Archdemon are having a battle inside the book right now, and that's just all that's making this visual effect happening.
Oh, I'm sure that they are, but I need to balance it.
Mm-hmm.
And all around them, there's two teams of 6 players just fighting over and defending each of them.
Oh my gosh. I was waiting. I was thinking about that, but I didn't reference it.
When you mentioned Archangel and Archdemon, I just automatically went to that mode in Heroes of the Storm.
I know.
Yeah.
So I can't think of... Actually, I had the
chunk of the silvery altar material.
Yeah. I wanted the other altar as well. I have the circle sketched out. I know that.
Yes.
I would like to. I say, okay. Now we are good. Let us go talk to. Do you have any good entrepreneurs that you know of?
Go ahead and. You know of several entrepreneurs. You're gonna have to ask him to be more specific.
Yeah, because I know there's the guy with the powdered mushrooms. There's the guy with the herbs down in the south.
I'm looking for strong individuals who are willing to break something for me. I just need a small sample of something, and I'm hoping you might be able to find some people to help me out with this.
I mean, you probably won't get anybody with any kind of expertise where they're good at breaking things, but are also very careful about how they break the things. I mean, every once in a while you'll get a caravan from the Allfather's Hammer that comes through. They're always very good about dealing with dangerous artifacts. They're plenty strong. Most of what they do is breaking cursed items, or at least that's one of the services you can ask of them. But we haven't seen them in a while. I guess it depends on which platoon is going which way. They follow the main roads for the most part.
I'm going to need someone that you're aware of, not someone you've heard rumors about.
Oh no, that is fact. That's what they do. It's just a matter that it's not like they have a schedule on when they arrive in town.
You know people who are just strong arms, people who are just brawny guys who might be willing to do something for a couple bucks.
That is perfect.
I mean, you made it sound, considering what you're carrying and your conversation with that woman, I just felt like maybe you want somebody who's a bit more of a savant.
No.
Okay. Yeah, well, there's, I mean, you got a few bruisers. You got people. You might even do better to find to work with a dwarf, because most of the dwarven strongmen also have a decent resistance to magic.
Well, there's no dwarves here.
Oh,
dwarves are very rare.
Got it. Also, they'd probably be with the Allfather's Hammer. Let's see. Well, there's Bosco up in the northern district. He's pretty handy with a sledgehammer, or just a warhammer. I guess sledgehammers aren't actually a thing in this universe. Have I mentioned my buddy Deadpool?
I think that'll work.
All right.
That's
Go ahead.
That sounds like someone I want.
All right. So I guess
just lead him over to your buddy Bosco's place.
Jasper will lead Tur to Bosco.
All right. What do we got to break? Is it somebody's legs? I can do faces. Faces are on sale this week.
Bosco. No. Actually, we're hoping to deal a little work with some recent excavations.
Oh, I gotta go on one of the excavations. I'm banned from those. I can't go on those.
I know.
I broke
Bosco,
a chair.
I know, Bosco. I know. No. This is, you don't have to go anywhere near the sites. The artifacts are with us. This is in the comfort.
Oh, it's just breaking something. Yeah, I can break something here.
Yeah, this is in the comfort of your own home. No need to get
What have I got to break?
I think you might be lying to you a little bit.
Wait, I don't got to break something?
Oh, you have to break something just somewhere else.
Oh, where do I got to break it?
In the excavation site.
Well, I can't go into it. I broke a chair this one time, and they said I can't come back anymore.
Bosco, I swear to you, he did not tell me that fact. I didn't mean to worry you, friend.
No, it's fine. We're buddies.
Okay.
All right. So, I would love to break something for you, but like I said before, I broke a chair this one time. I'm not allowed in the excavation site anymore.
Apparently, it was made out of obsidian. It was
real pretty.
Yeah.
And when it broke, it went like kapoosh and turned to glass.
But that's the reason that you were specifically requested for this task.
All right, but
I meant to say ebony, by the way, not obsidian. Sorry.
So can you get me in one of those?
Of course I can.
Oh, Well, there we go. Let's go break something. What am I breaking again?
There's a chunk of stone. There's a chunk of durable metal that needs to be broken.
Oh, that'll be no problem. That'll be no problem. We can go do it. I'll give you good rates.
Jasper's feeling a little less confident about this because he heard about the stone, the magic stone they were talking about, the possibly world-ending stone.
It'll be fine. Bosco's very strong.
Jasper likes Bosco though. He doesn't want something bad to.
Yeah.
Bosco's just one of the good boys.
Nothing bad will happen to Bosco, probably.
Oh.
All right. Let's go. I'll give you good rates. Only two silver a swing. If it takes me more than 5 swings, your 6th swing is free, and then you gotta pay again.
I really like Bosco.
And then you gotta pay again after that one.
Don't let
and
Bosco
then it's like
die.
what 8? That's like what 5 silver for 20 swings. Is that right?
No, but you said 2 silver per swing, right?
Oh, did I do my math wrong?
Yeah, I'm sorry, but no, you get a bit more than that.
Man, I gotta.
No, it's good for you.
I'm gonna have to go break. The people will let me overcharge.
Undercharge.
Yeah. All right. How much is it for 5 swings?
If you make the 6th one free, buddy, then then the pay cycle starts over again, then you're going for, let's see, that's 2. That's 10. Yeah, for 10 swings, if you're making, in this case, we count the 10th one as free, so that's 9 swings, so you're looking at 18 silver.
All right. So what he said.
Bosco's accent is infectious, by the way, everyone. So if you heard me slipping, it's because I find that accent very appealing to switch into. People who talk around Bosco find themselves impersonating him.
It's very good to impersonate him. He's very large. He has huge muscles. They could crush a baby's skull.
Has Bosco actually tested this?
No. I don't. Breaking babies isn't a good job.
Okay.
Nobody likes breaking babies.
No. Okay, I'm glad to hear that, buddy.
All right, now wait. Where's my hammer? Oh, here it is. I got it.
It's on your back.
Oh, yeah, I got it. It's good. All right, let's go.
Give me a moment. I need to go talk to some people first.
Well, all right. I'll be waiting right here. You just let me know. Give the code word. Hey, Bosco. That's the code word.
Appreciate it, Bosco. We'll be back soon, okay?
All right, so...
Don't contract yourself out for the rest of the day. We'll be back.
All right. So Bosco is waiting for you to come back. He will stand stone still until you say, hey, Bosco.
Oh, Bosco. Tur, don't you dare do anything mean to Bosco.
So what do you need to do now?
I need to find money.
Now? That's a good point.
Oh, yeah, he's penniless, isn't he?
I forgot you had no money.
And Jasper doesn't know this, so he has no idea why we're actually going somewhere else. Gosh darn it. Okay.
Yeah. So I'm debating whether I want to try and trick Bosco.
Yeah.
Or, if I don't get him, how I'm going to make money.
You could always try and steal money. You could go ask the old beggar for how to steal.
I don't need to go. I'm terrible at stealing. What I'm good at is hiding.
You could hide somewhere and wait for money to fall down on you. That'll definitely be something that happens, I'm sure.
You know what? You could let people roast you.
Oh yeah, you could sell bird legs.
Well, I was thinking more like you let them insult you, and that lets them get all their hatred towards you out of the way, and then you get coin for it.
That would be very entertaining.
So when we're further away, that is a good idea. I'll ask. Did you know that I am willing to sell the ability to insult me to me for discounted prices?
How many people have met Tur so far in this town?
Let's see. He talked to a couple people at the place. He spoke to the Archaeologist Guild. He spoke to a couple guards at the first site, a bunch of scientists, or a bunch of researchers, and a couple guards.
And how many did he piss off?
Mostly really just Simone. He was fairly cordial to the researchers.
All right.
He did kind of embarrass the heck out of most of the researchers at the excavation site.
Ah.
Because he figured out the very simple trick of just push on it really hard with the lever. I mean, I think part of it is how much are you willing to pay to insult him?
I was about to, wait. So at this, when Tur brings this up, Jasper's going to go, wait. Did we leave Bosco hanging just so you could go make some money because you couldn't pay him?
No, of course not. We wouldn't do that. We've got other things to do as well.
Insight check?
Go ahead. Remember, the lowest you can roll is a 14.
Right. Oh, I know.
Right, so you get a 20.
I got a 20. Do I know he's lying? I do have a pretty good sense that he's lying.
I do have a plan.
He does have other things he wants to do, but you can definitely tell he's dodging the "you have no money" question.
Okay, you know what? I'm going to make this easy for you. He's going to pull out his money bag and he's going to count out the coins he'd need for the full Bosco rate. And he's going to hand it to Tur and say, "Your over-secrecy completely complicates everything that you do, and you're a humongous pain in mine and my entire town's collective asses."
Oh, how pleasant. What a friendly insult.
He's still trying to be polite to the guy. He's still trying to be his guy, but hey, he let him pay him to roast him. So there you go.
Yeah. So, Tur, you now have 10 silver. That's worth 12 Bosco swings.
Oh, perfect.
As long as he remembers that was the rate he offered you, he's going to need a reminder.
Jasper would do that. He's not trying to cheat Tur out of his money. He's just trying to make it so that this gets moved along.
Yeah. All right.
He's got places to be himself, and he doesn't want to have to be Tur's guide the entire day.
All right. So now, how are we getting in the excavation site?
That is an excellent question. Let's go to the foreguard excavation site.
Okay.
With Bosco in tow.
All right. So Bosco comes along, says, "All right. So, boss, how are we going to get in there, boss?" Wait, who do I call? Are you the boss, or are you the boss?
No. I'm your friend. He's the one who contracted you. He's the boss.
Oh yeah. All right. How are we going to get in there?
That is an excellent question. The answer is we're going to open the door.
Oh, I'm good at opening doors.
Bosco,
yes, we're not paying you to open this door. We're paying you to deal with some other issue that we have.
Oh, okay.
Bosco, that last time that you opened the door, we're still paying back the damages, okay? I'll take care of this.
That was a fun door. That was a really fun door. It had like 4 hinges on it, and they all went poosh.
It was also a priceless antique.
But it was a real fun door, right?
Yeah, it was fun.
You sound like you're quite I'm not... You sound like kind of destructive, but I'm not quite sure on your capabilities at this point. How about one simple task for free, and we'll be able to determine... Then if you're able to do this task, then we'll definitely agree with that. Then I will definitely agree that you are definitely the man for the job that I have in mind.
All right, free advertising. What should I do, boss?
Are there any metal poles nearby or anywhere near that area?
Yeah, there's like a metal I-beam support between 2 of the buildings. It's a little ways up, but it's reachable.
I need one that's not going to cause structural collapse.
Now, okay, at this point, because Jasper has been a hype man for Bosco before, so he's just going to pull out. He's got a plug nickel.
Okay.
Right? Just strong piece of metal, like a bolt of iron. Something like that. Says, "Bosco, bend this for me. Just use your thumb and your index finger like you've done before, and just bend this for me, will you?"
Oh, I love these. These are fun toys. Hey, boss, check this out. I'm gonna make it into a pony, and then he just starts to squish it and breaks it in half by accident. He's, "Oh, you can't." I promise. I can make it into a pony.
That was perfect. We can show us the pony trick later. Okay, we got work to do here.
Okay, buddy. I'm sorry. I'll show you the pony later, boss. Do you? What's the job you need me to do?
The pony's a fun trick too. He's done it before. Trust me.
So it was just
Actually,
like
we're just going to do this the simple way. I'm going to go to the site that I already opened.
okay.
And I'm going to see whether I can talk Bosco into the area.
So as you get to like the limits, as you get close to where the thing is, Bosco starts to shy up and stop, and he's like, I can't go there, boy. This one time I broke a chair, and I'm not allowed in there anymore.
Jasper's
I can't go.
Jasper's gonna try and help out with this too, actually, if he can.
Okay. How are you gonna try and help?
Let's see here. Okay. This might work. Jasper's gonna go up, and he's going to. Does he recognize the guards? He's pretty well known in town, I think.
We're going for the very first site you went to, the one you opened up, right?
Yeah.
Can I roll insight to see if
you recognize the guards?
Do I know them by name? Okay.
You recognize them. You've seen them around town. You don't know them personally.
But that actually makes things easier, truth be told. Okay.
Oh, I just remembered the big thing that I wanted to talk about.
Big thing.
Yeah.
Let's see what Jasper does, and then tell me about this big thing.
Okay. So he's going to go up to the guards, and he's going to say, "Excuse me, sirs. I'm actually here. I'm here on business from the mayor. I've actually been asked to lead around a freelance researcher who arrived in town yesterday and actually helped with the excavation of a few artifacts from here. We were asked by the mayor to come back and do some continued testing on said artifacts, and along with them is my colleague who has been asked to deal with any structural or defense issues we might have."
So the guards look at you kind of askance, like strange-eyed. You're kind of dressed up. You're dressed up like a researcher, not like one of the mayor's aides. They're a little confused by that one, but...
Well, I never said I was an aide. I was here on business for the mayor.
Then they look over to and they see Bosco. They're like, "No, we cannot let him in. Not again."
He's actually we're bringing him in to wreck things that might hurt us.
But
We need some expert. We need an expert. And from what I've heard, there is nobody more expert than him.
well,
Are
yeah,
you really
we
going
barely
to allow
have.
the fate of the world to collapse because you won't allow a strong, respectable individual who's very good at his craft?
I'm not worried about the fate of the world. I'm worried about the fate of this excavation site.
Okay, if need be, I will keep him in line. It'll be on my head if anything happens outside of what was agreed upon by the mayor, okay? Any damages that he does, just put it on me.
All right, it's your head then,
Yes.
buddy. Be careful. He says this to Bosco. Bosco's like, I'm sorry. I'm sorry again. I didn't mean to break the chair. I meant to break the wall. But
Bosco?
I missed.
Bosco.
I'm sorry about the. I'm here. Here you go. Let me shake your hand.
No, Bosco, stop. Let's just follow this rule, okay, buddy? Measure twice, break once.
Wait, what's measure mean?
Just check your surroundings. Check perception twice. Perception twice, break once.
All right. Okay, buddy. Okay, but I got it. All right. So wait, what am I gonna break?
We'll find out once the boss tells you.
All right. Let's go, boss. I'm ready. I'm ready. It's gonna be fun. I didn't break something in a while here.
And
I'm excited as well. This will be a very, very good experience for both of us.
Jasper's going to turn to the back to the guards as they're walking in. He's going to put his hands together, serving the praying motion, and just wave them back and forth and just mouth, "Thank you."
Guard kind of just flings his hand in disgust, turns around and looks. His buddy taps him on the side. It's like, "We forgot to check their cards." But he just kind of hangs his head like, "Oh my god. This never happened. All right? This never happened."
No, never.
Go. Leave me, please. And he just, like, waves you guys in.
Okay, so we'll head in.
All right. So are you going to take him all the way down? Are you going to have him do anything in the actual building again?
No, we don't get to do anything in the actual building.
So you guys head down into the basement. You see there's still people milling about, looking at the dorm, looking at the inside of the door mostly, the part that they hadn't gotten to see before. Now that it's open, there's the guard that you accompanied earlier, or who accompanied you earlier, is standing at the entrance, just kind of not letting people pass. When he sees you, he waves. He says, "Oh, Mr. Hot Sun, I haven't let anybody in."
Very good. I'm glad to hear that.
How did you get out? I didn't see you come past me. Is there another entrance?
That is an excellent question. And I still need to do a little bit more research to determine exactly how I got out.
All right.
It was very complicated.
I don't have to come back with you, do I? I can stay here?
Not.
Thank God. Well, in you go. Go ahead.
Thank you.
He sidles over, lets you guys go in. He looks surprised when he sees Bosco. Bosco, like, nods his head down and sort of tries to curl up as small as he can.
You're okay,
which
bud.
is still 2 or 3 times bigger than anyone else in the room.
Jasper's just going to pat Bosco's quad because that's as high as he can reach. And just say, "You're okay, buddy. You're with me. You're okay."
And in you guys go. So you lead him down. Are you going to level 1 or level 2 or level 3?
Level 2.
Level 2, alright. You get there, you see the door you left open, the door that Simone left open, and the kind of broken open door is fully open this time. Or no, actually, sorry, the broken open door was the one you went through. That's right. So then it's just Simone's door and your broken door that are open. What would you like Bosco to break?
Okay, perfect. Okay, so now that we've gone through that, I want him to break open the whatchamacallit. I want him to break the pedestal off.
The pedestal? Okay. Do you have any specific instructions for how he should break it, or do you want him to just kind of go to town on that baby?
I thought you said he doesn't break babies.
Well, not that kind of baby. This kind of baby, yes.
I want him to try and do it as carefully as he can, but try and break at the base.
Okay. So Bosco, he looks at the thing. He kind of pulls out his hammer, shakes out his arms, gives his fingers a wiggle, spins around in a circle once, spins around in a circle again, and then wham! Slams as hard as he can into the base.
You checked twice. Good job, buddy.
I circled twice. I hit once. Now wait, was that one hit, or was that more than one hit?
That was one hit. That was one hit.
All right, more hits. Here we go. Spins around a circle once. Spins around a circle again. Oh, I'm getting
Bosco, stop.
a little dizzy, boss.
Bosco, stop.
Here we go.
No!
Bam! Right at the base, perfectly again.
Oh, thank God.
A nice big crack is starting to form.
Okay, Bosco, no more spinning. Just make sure you're measuring. Just take a wind up. Back and forth. Make sure you're aiming at the right spot, okay?
All right, boy. I back it up, and I go back in. Now, was that a swing?
No. It's only it only counts as a swing if you hit something.
Okay. Back up, and bam! And he hammers it again very hard. You can see cracks are forming all along the base. Some little chips are falling off. A few more swings, and it looks like it will probably break off almost entirely. He keeps going at it, and after you guys paid him for 12 swings total. Mm-hmm. After swing number 8, he looks over. He says, "Hey, all right, So boss, I think it's about to break. I think it's about to break. I'm gonna be really careful. Be really careful, okay? And he winds up even bigger than before and just slams it home as hard as he possibly can, making the entire pedestal knock off and fall over. And please be okay, Bosco. I like you now. You're a fun character.
Mm-hmm.
Damn it.
Oh no. What did you just roll?
So a burst of magical energy explodes out of the shattered base of the thingy, and since Bosco is the only one there, he's gonna get hurt.
Oh.
That he should be fine, I think.
That's a lot of dice. That's a lot of 10-siders.
Yeah, that's the right size. Okay, he's fine. He's fine.
Oh, thank good he's a meat shield.
So 10, so 24. So he takes 24 points of force damage and is blown backwards and falls down on the ground. Was that okay, boss? I'm gonna need to take a nap.
Ball sack of horse.
Okay? Yeah, I'm gonna
Bosco,
sleep.
hang in, buddy. Hang in there. Oh. Okay, good. He's just asleep. Good. If he stops snoring, then we're in trouble.
Oh.
His mother would kill me.
He continues snoring incredibly loudly. And the pedestal is now on its side. It's fallen down to the ground off of kind of the raised dais it was on.
Okay.
The break looks jagged most of the way, and then it's like mirror clean, shorn through at the very center of it. But the whole kind of surrounding area looks broken, so it looks like there was some key part in the middle that finally got broken when he knocked the whole part off. And the buttons still do nothing on the top, or like the touch area still does nothing. It looks pretty much the same. There's a lot of little bits of debris around the base that you could pick up. Some is kind of powderized, some is still in significant sized chunks. But it's
okay. Can I take the orb thing?
The orb thing?
Yeah, I mean, can I take it?
How strong are you again?
8.
80, that's 120. How heavy is metal?
Depends on the kind of metal.
With assistance, you could probably take it. Like, you could probably bring it out of the room to move around. But by yourself would probably be difficult to take the whole thing. You could probably only drag it.
Okay.
This is like a big, solid, like, I'm trying to think of an appropriate sort of thing. Think like a filing cabinet, but made of solid metal instead of hollow and empty for most of it.
Oh, it's a lot bigger than I thought it was. I thought it was much smaller than that.
I might not have indicated how large it was. Roughly,
like the size you're saying is as thick as
it's like 3 feet tall, like a foot wide or so.
Okay.
The top flares out a little bit to be a little wider for the sort of touchscreeny sort of thing.
Okay.
And then it's maybe like 1 foot square is the footprint for it, or 2 feet square, something like that is the footprint for it. Pretty large, made entirely of metal. Not like impossible, but very heavy.
Say that one more time.
So it's like 3 feet tall or so. At the top, it gets a little bit wider for that sort of top space it has. And it's probably the base part where the pillar part where he was hitting is probably 2 foot by 2 foot. Like 2 feet deep, 2 feet wide.
Okay. So it'd be like lugging a 2 foot by 2 foot chunk of metal?
Yeah, 2 by 2 by 2 by 3 chunk of solid metal.
Can I get some of the interior core? metal, and then some of the external metal.
There are no pieces of the interior core. That's the part that kind of shorn off, that kind of like split perfectly cleanly.
Okay.
But you can definitely get bits and pieces of the exterior. You can actually get two different kinds. There's one kind that sort of broke apart and powderized. You could put that in a little vial, and one part that broke into like little shards and pieces. The shards and pieces kind looks very similar to the metal you had from the one that the keystone was on. The powder seems a little bit different.
Okay, so I'll take both of those.
Okay.
And I would also like to try and get. So the center bit is like even stronger metal.
Yes. It seems like it's a third different kind of metal. And it's,
Okay.
you know how if you like hit a diamond in the correct place, it'll just cut straight. It'll go straight through. It won't break apart that way. It's that sort of thing where it like got hit in just the right spot, so it cleaved straight through.
Okay. I say we're going to need to wake up Bosco again.
Well, sure. If you got some healing on you, and I don't know, smelling salts. He took kind of a. You take a magic blast to the face and see how you fare. Yeah, he's not waking up anytime soon.
He starts sucking his thumb a little bit.
Okay, no. Bosco. Okay, he's gonna first try and pull Bosco's thumb out of his mouth.
It's like a steel trap.
Okay. And then he's gonna do the
like slap in the face
Yeah,
comedy wake up routine.
yeah.
Your hand starts to hurt a little bit.
Dear God, he's made out of solid iron. Oh, Bosco, come on, buddy, come on. You're making yourself look bad in front of the boss. Come on.
With a lot of poking and prodding, you managed to rouse the sleeping Bosco.
Good Lord, man. Seriously, how much muscle do you have on you? My hand is aching right now.
Well, I had bone at one point, but I got rid of it for more muscle. I had a wizard do it. It was really, really painful, but I can break things even better now.
Right. Okay. What's our next move?
That is an excellent question. I need a little chunk of the interior of the core metal removed, if that is at all possible. And if not, I'm afraid we're going to have to just take the entire chunk.
Bosco kind of looks at it. He looks very carefully, takes his finger, just sort of taps it. I don't know about this one, boss. I don't know if I can do. I think I might need my tools. I think I might need my tools at my home. Maybe I could do it with my tools. Yeah, I could do it with my tools. Let me do it with my tools. I'll go do it with my tools. And he just kind of picks it up, one hand, throws it on his shoulder. All right, let's go. Oh wait, are we supposed to take this?
Bosco, I'd say we actually should probably leave this here.
Oh.
No, we should take this. This is a very dangerous item. We should take this with us.
Oh, okay. The boss says to take it, so I'll take it. Where should I take it?
Take it so that you can test it with your tools.
Oh, okay. I'll go take it to my tools. And he starts to walk off back vaguely in the direction you came, but not to the right door.
No. Bosco, this way.
Oh, okay, boss. Okay, boss. I'm coming with you. You lead the way. I'll follow. Wait, that's the right way. Follow?
Yes.
Is that what it means when you go the same way? You follow?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. And I guess in this case, Jasper will take the rear, and he's just going to mutter to himself, "Oh, this is going to get back to the mayor, and I am going to be in so much trouble."
Yeah.
I'm not quite sure why you agreed with me, or why you're still following me. None of this makes sense.
It's a beautiful, beautiful thing. That's all.
Mm-hmm.
It's all glorious. All right, so gonna have to call it a night, or call it a session there. We will come back, coming up to the end of the labyrinth, trying to figure out how to smuggle out Bosco with a very expensive-looking, possibly priceless magical artifact that he broke. And we can continue to investigate it more next time. So, thanks for playing, guys. That was a lot of fun.
That was. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
All right. I hope we will get to do the next session pretty soon, and we will see you viewers next time. Have a good night.